Yeah.
This Black Friday.
Ghana.
Celebrate by coming to Africa.
I'm so cool, I went to Africa. Back at school, they would laugh at us.
Best comedy, best romance, best lead actress. Las Vegas Black Film Festival.
Went to Ghana, now I'm acting up. It's so cool to be from Africa. It's so cool to be from Africa.
Heartwarming and funny, says Inglewood today.
Tell the truth, it was cruel. That was too cool to be black.
We'll get viewers talking, says the commercial appeal.
Went to Ghana, now I'm acting. Went to Ghana, now I'm acting up.
Features a stellar ensemble cast, says the Tri-State Defender. See why audiences are raving about coming to Africa. Streaming worldwide. November 27th on Amazon, Apple TV, and Google Play.
Hey, greetings. Hey, everybody. I'm Baba, and welcome to Living My Best Life in Ghana. Yes. What's up with y'all? Hope y'all had your great day today. Happy Africa Day to you. Happy Africa Day to me. Happy Africa Day to all of us. It is a great day to be African. It's just cool to be African. Come on in here, everybody. Get settled, get comfortable, kick your feet up. Let's kick it for a little while. We're gonna boost our morale. We're gonna talk all Africanness all day, every day, to give us the purpose that we need, to give us the creativity that we need, to give us options. Yes. Hey, what's up, family? What's up? What's up? This song is just, it always keeps me hype. It's so cool to be back. It's so cool to be back. Hey. Yes, yes, yes. What's up? What's up? What's up? Kwaba, welcome to Living My Best Life in Ghana. We trying to get up. We trying to catch up, get back in stride again on our lives, and I'm just excited. This is a new year. This is a force that nobody can reckon with. The Africa Force is here, and we are excited about the movement that is going on right now. This phenomenon like none other. It is time for African people. It is time for us. It is our time, and that's that on that. We ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for you to hit the continent by the tens of millions. Tens of millions of Africans deserve our birthright to get back home to the land of our ancestors. Okay? This is MLK Day. This is 1/18/2021. We want to make note that this is our day. Every day is black, 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 24/7, every day of the year. We should be focused on African people. Okay? So happy Africa Day to you. Okay? Much love to everybody that is here. All right, much love to everybody that has been feeling more on the up and up. Much love to you, and I'm sending encouragement and perseverance your way, because it is time for us to feel great about ourselves, great about what we're doing, great about the best thing that ever happened to us coming to this earth as African people. Okay, we've been here a very long time, and we ain't going nowhere. One thing I can say, and I'm very, very proud, another thing that nobody is really thinking about, that being that we've been in the house, being able to look at each other as family members, husband and wives coming together, a lot of babies are being born and percolating, okay? I'm glad to say that reproduction is happening and children are being born, okay? African people, we know how to make some babies, and we got children coming. Our youth and our youthful essence is never gonna stop. And I'm just excited and happy that Black people know what to do in the time of crisis. We reproduce the soldiers and the leaders that we need, that our people are going to depend on. Okay? And no longer will we just have one or two leaders for them to pop off and take them away from us. Okay? Now, from now on, all of us are the leaders that we're looking for. So dig deep down within and pull that African leader on up out of you. Okay? Pull it on out and be excited about being the change that you've been looking for, being the people that you're looking for, being the leader that you're looking for, being the example that you're looking for. Okay, being a prime example for the children looking at you, looking at us, looking forward to a revolution of people that's minds are moving, and thinkers. Okay, thinking way outside the Eurocentric box, thinking way outside of that, and being in a place of comfortability where nothing else is able to come out of your mind other than what you are trained by the gun to remember, okay, and represent. We're no longer doing that. We are removing and purging all European concepts, and we are getting ourselves to the continent. I want to say hey and congratulations to all of our Limb League members that have made it home. All of the ones that are on the way home, all the ones that are there now, never coming back to what? The ones that are on the way this year, 2021, tens of millions of us will be leaving and getting ourselves back to the continent, the place of our birthright. African people, you deserve it. And now is the time to do so. Our ancestors have called us home. Mama Africa says, yes, my children, I'm waiting for you. I'm opening up the pathway, all the byways, highways, airways, waterways. Everything is going to be wide open when you all come here. All you got to do is show up, and the rest is history. Okay, don't it feel good to know that all you got to be is one of those people in that number, tens of millions, when the Africans come flying in, driving in, flying in, riding in? Okay, we are the people that we've been speaking of this whole time. The significance of how life has made a full circle where African people are going home in droves, that they got to try to map out all types of ways to keep us from getting home. And it ain't stopping us because it's an internal fight going on now. White on white on white, and make the crack, hunk. All that is going down right before our very eyes, and the assault on the Capitol, to all of the white supremacists and race soldiers showing their face and, showing themselves for who they really are, whether they will claim to have black friends or not. Yes, it's going down. It's going down, clown. All right. So thank y'all for being here. Much love to everybody that's here. Much love to the family. I'm just excited about our togetherness, the unification of the African continent. What else do Africans need to ask for when we get exactly what we ask for? Okay, we've been putting this out into the universe for some decades now, centuries, that we want to go back home to our birthright, to our right place. And here we are in the midst of going home. So y'all smash the like button on the way in. Thank you all for being loyal and royal family members to Limb League and all of that good stuff. And I know, not hope, I know that you are going to be a part of this great phenomenon of bringing tens of millions of people to the continent. Go ahead and start your YouTube channels. Okay, let everybody know. Let everybody know that you are going home. Okay, get excited. Plan and plot and strategize and unplug from the matrix right now. Okay, it's time. It's the perfect time to make your exit from the matrix doing all of this commotion. Okay, all you got to do It's scream out what everybody else is screaming out. Instead of using it for incompetency, like what they're using it for, we'll use it to exodus and get ourselves back home in our rightful place. It's time for us to repatriate, expatriate, and get back home so we can integrate and we can partner and collaborate with our brothers and sisters on the continent. It's time for us to bring our capital and build up our mama land. Okay, because we built this on little to no income in the West, and we were used and abused and stolen and taken advantage of, and many of us were involuntary members of our own defeat. We were we had a defeatist attitude. We did not understand what it was that we were taking part in. We knew that it didn't feel right. Some of us wasn't feeling anything at all. But now it is our time to recognize it's time for us to go back home. It's time for us to take advantage of the doors that are opening up across the whole continent for African people. The doors are swinging wide open. And not only are we getting our citizenship for other reasons, because we've been home for a while, because we're going home to stay, because we have the connections or we know the right people, but we're also getting it because it's our birthright. We came in with the right attitude. We came in with the right people. We came in and we supplied our DNA results. You know what I'm saying? That are the documents that almost one of the less amount of documents that I recommend for my people. Okay. Your African ancestry DNA results. Okay. Your passport or your TSA pre-check and your African name change. Yes, I those are just about that's about sums it up. Okay. Make sure you don't get that real ID chip, because if you got a passport, you can opt out of anything. Just I opt out of it. I don't want it. They put the crap on my driver's license because I opted out. They got it rolled across. She is not participating in the real show. Not okay. Resist everything, question everything. Don't just go for anything. Question, and ask why and what's the benefit. And now I opt out. Put your hand up and opt out. No, I opt out of that. Okay, so what's up, family? Hey, we got the savvy entrepreneur in the house. What's up, sis? Good evening. She first one here early on, ready to get on here and talk. Spread some love. Thank you, love. The savvy entrepreneur. That savvy African entrepreneur at that. Okay. Yes. So thank you for being here. And then I got a little shea butter on my glasses, on my lenses. Yes, I do. And I'm just excited. Yes, clear now. All right. Good evening. And Cece is here. Greetings, future. Much love to you, Cece. Hey, Melanated Royalty. Hey again, Little Big family. What's up? I know some of y'all was at work earlier, and some of y'all was doing other things and celebrating MLK today. You know, happy MLK. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all celebrate. A lot of we love you, MLK. Like on the Boondocks. Okay. A lot of us was taking care of spending some time with some family members. Some of these jobs were closed down for the so-called Black holiday. Okay. How you gonna praise somebody that you killed yourself? What is going hello? But anyway, that's stories for another day. We gonna keep it moving. Greetings, everyone. Much love to you. Blessings, everyone. CC said. Joyce said, future is a great day to be African. You know what? You right about that. One love, family, and a special happy birthday to the blind guy, his wife, and their life. Let's make these power moves. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Get on down. birthday, happy Earth Day to which one is it? Is it Kwee or Corey? Who Earth Day is it? I'm trying to remember. Much love, much love. I got a call, my folks. I ain't know. Okay. Future, those beautiful earrings are giving me life, Queen. Oh, thank you. They come from our loving Limblig family and sister Rishon. She'll be on here. She's normally here kicking it with us, and you can get some from her and many of her other um pieces. She's on Instagram, Rishon Jackson, RESHONE Jackson. Okay, look her up. And she's posting her earrings up. Baby, I got so many of her earrings. She keep me loaded and cocked like a pistol. Okay. Miscellaneous said greetings before the combo. I just want to thank Power and Future for giving me the push to start my own business. Happy King Day. Miss Laney, yes, aka Timney Queen. Much love to you and congratulations on your endeavors. I'm glad that we can help give you that boost that you need. You need it, and anybody else, you are welcome. We are here for you. Okay, we are here for you. Ooh, these baby, them eyes is some real onions and ginger going on. All right, smoothie time coming. Felicia Brown said, "What's up? Hey, Felicia. Peace, family. Much love to you, love. Yes. Hey, sis. I just got off work and I'm ready to hear the message. Shawnee Green in the house. What's up with you? Happy Africa Day to you, my people. Hold up. We got a little bun in the future. First thing I hear is we are reproducing leaders. Yes, we are. We are reproducing leaders all over this land. Since Corona, our rates are booming. Babies are being born. Okay. Mothers and fathers are recreating themselves and reproducing the soldiers that we need. So happy Africa Day to that, because they can't get rid of us. They can't do it no matter how hard they try. This is not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to make them disappear off this earth even faster. Okay? So that's what's up. Yes, the God in me said, good night, African kings and queens. What's up, the God in me 31? Much love to you. Anja Africa said, blessings, Limb Blig family. What's up with you, Anja? Anja Africa. These onions is going down over here in the studio. Okay. Blessings, Limb Blig family. Anja Africa in the building. What's up with you, Anja? Y'all, I'm going to put the link up. We can just talk. If you are interested in coming on, feel free. This is an open segment. We're talking about how we must represent ourselves very, very well. Okay. We have a chance to get it right in our lifetime, and damn it, we gonna do it. Okay. How can we accomplish this? How can we be greater every day? How can we as African people be greater every day and be those people, the Messiah, the Savior that we're looking for outside of ourselves no longer? We are looking and digging on the inside to pull out that beautiful African pride and that African person that we need to express to our children, to our family members, you know what I'm saying? And hold strong and let the African force be with you. Yes, it is that time to go home now. Melanated royalty, you have spoken. Jackie C is in the house. Greetings and blessings, Limb Blig family. Much love to you. The savvy entrepreneur said, I'm not gonna lie. It felt good listening to the future while sitting in Ghana. We hit different from the motherland. What? Okay. It sure enough do. And it sure enough feel good to be on that side instead of this side. Don't you want to be on the right side of things for a change? Well, when you get home to the motherland, you get ready for it because it feels so good. We cannot describe it with words, okay? Nana's Journey said, greetings, family. Good vibes. What's up with you, Nana's? Okay, Melanated Royalty said, I know that's right, the Sab entrepreneur, okay? Update, Gambia is taking folks from the airport and making them quarantine. What? Didn't know about that. I will be researching that tonight and we'll come back with a diaspora update alert. Thank you, Anja Africa. If you can be so kind to send me a link, I would be very happy to bring it to the forefront for our people. Thank you so much. Done it goes in. Peace, power, love, light, and unity. To my Limblick family, much love to you, brother, and sending it right back to you and to every African within the earshot. We ready, okay? Yes, a couple I was communicating with just informed me tonight. I'm told government will reimburse. Really? Okay. Well, thank you for the info, Anja Africa. As usual, our reportee. As usual, we love her. Yaya Bay said, Quabba, my noble African Limblick family. All power to the people. There's future in the power. Much love to you, Yaya Bay. My Journey Jams. Shout out from the ATL in the house. What's up, my Journey Jams? Aquaba, and welcome to Living My Best Life in Ghana. Good to have you here. Make sure you push that subscribe button and the notification button. Be a part of something big growing right here on these YouTube streets, okay? Yes. Greetings, family. Honeycomb 368 in the house. What's up with you, sis? Donnie goes in, is coming in, going in, speaking to everybody. That feels so good. Thank y'all for being loyal and royal to each other. Peace and blessings, Sister Future, and all my Limblick family in the house tonight. Yes, Quee and Corey. My beautiful nieces are checking in. My ancestors' meditation was fire today. All right? Take control and take that power. We got the power. We got the power. Yes, peace, said Joyce Boggs. Much love to you. Okay? Hey, Donnie goes in. Much love, much love. Everybody speaking and saying hey to one another. This is a dynamic group of Africans right here. Okay? We coming in to catch up. Come on in here. Hey, one love to the family. Donnie goes in said, yes, much love, much love, much love to you all. So happy to have y'all here. Say that. Annette Lewis. What's up? Greetings, Queen. What's up, Annette Lewis? Much love to you. Amara Dumbuya. Hey, brother. What's up, Limblick family? What's up with you, bro? Come on in here. We can start by speaking life into our lives and those around us. Words are powerful. Yes, they are, CC. Yes, they are. Welcome, all my family. Y'all feel free to come on the stream. Let's talk. Let's talk about how we as African people can represent ourselves, how we as African people can big and boost our morale and make things better for us on our way home, and how we're collectivizing and partnering and changing our mindset and purging our minds. Okay, it's our time, and y'all are welcome. We're gonna open up the stream tonight to talk to each other, and I got my first Limblick family member here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring her on with us. How about Anja Africa? Hey, Anja. What's up, sis?
I'm good.
Good. We glad to have you on here to bless our Limblick family, to bring us some most positive, appropriated energy from Anja Africa. Okay.
Well, Future, I have to start off by thanking you and Power. I know we tell y'all thank you all the time, but you really have to know what kind of movement that you start in here. Okay. I got let me tell you, people been reaching out to me on my YouTube channel And this one couple was on their way to the continent, and they were a little scared. And they kind of contacted me on Instagram, and they were like, what do we have to deal with? What's going to happen? I've been talking to them on a plane ride. I talked to them when they got to Brussels. I talked to them when they got to Gambia. And that's when they told me that they put them in quarantine.
Wow.
And they were a little concerned because they didn't take everybody. They just took a few people. Okay. So I told them to be calm. I called my connect from immigration. I called the lady that I stayed with in the guest house, and they said everything is okay. They just started this policy after I left.
Oh.
That they're quarantining folks in certain hotels, but the government is supposed to be reimbursing these people for their stay.
Wow. So how did they come up with who they quarantined? Did they have positive results? Or did they have really?
No. And that's what got them a little concerned. They didn't know what to expect. But the good thing is we know they in Gambia with our people, so they're not going to mistreat them. They process it, so we don't know the exact time of the days. But I'm looking at XBMC. It wasn't intentional. I can't find my other glasses. So
yeah,
he's so funny.
Yeah,
so these are my Coach glasses that are actually shades.
Oh,
but they got the little bifocal action on the bottom. I couldn't find the other ones, so I put these on. So I wanted to let y'all know about that, but also want to let you know that we have some stuff going on with our young people, because I got a really interesting question the other day. A young man sent me a question about my son's interview with Bag. And he asked me, is the gay diaspora accepted in the Gambia? And I just was like, I didn't notice the difference between us as a people. Everybody's loving, everybody's welcoming on the continent. I did explain to him that it is a very religious country, whether it's Christian or Muslim, and that there is a heavy reggae influence in the nightlife, Rastafarian, Jamaican. I'm hoping the brother can read between the lines, and I left it at that. He came back and said the reason why he asked me that question is because he saw Mr. Rick ask my son about girls, and he wondered how he would respond if he was in my son's shoes. So I knew right there it was a young person.
Yeah.
So I recommended that. I basically said to him, what you do behind closed doors is your business. When you open those doors and you allow other people in, you have to be ready for stuff to turn left. If you're going to come to the continent, come to the continent. I'm sorry, look, this is Global Green Book. I am on the line with Sister Future on the live, so I'm going to assume you got home safely. Okay, bye. So she's going to be clicking in.
Yeah.
So basically, I just told the brother that, he needs to get to the continent, accept the love of Mother Africa, and see where that leads him.
Yes.
And I left it at that. But it's just interesting to know how people are reaching out to us, because you've already kind of, you put this thing in place. You planted this seed, right? And now with all the branches from this tree, right? It goes right back to XDMC's little logo that he's coming up with for us, right? So Limblig is that seed. And so now we have all these branches. So know that I'm going to do my best to represent y'all in a positive light. And every chance I get, I mention Limblig.
Yes, and we have no doubt about it. We appreciate you and thank you so much for the love and the respect and all of that, the accolades and everything. But we just do this because it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the accolades and the love and everything, because it helps us, and it really energizes us and give us the power to go forward and to get even more, to extend ourselves even more in a positive manner, in an African-centered way, so that we can make sure we're everything that we need for our people. We are the people that we need. Once you recognize that, it's a power by itself.
That's it. We are the new underground railroad movement, except we above ground.
Oh yes.
Right? I feel
We
like
on every plane.
that's it. Harriet would be so proud of us.
Yes, she would. Yes, she would. And what do you think that we as Africans can do even more on an everyday basis, especially that you've been to the continent to represent ourselves very well, even greater every day because of this awakening that we have, that we have witnessed, and to be able to be alive and well, and how can we accomplish so much as an African people just by the awakening and us transporting ourselves back to the motherland.
It's the connections. That's what's going to keep everything moving. Open your heart, open your mind, and be ready to make those connections. I'm home and I've been on the phone with the continent since I've been back every day. From the people that was my drivers checking on me, is everything okay? How's your son? From the families that I met, from just contacts that we made, business people looking to do business. When are you coming back? People placing orders. Can you bring things for me? So
Yes.
it's definitely, for me, it's the connections. I don't think you can do anything without those connections. Whether we
Yes.
establishing connections here to encourage people to come home, when we get home, how can we help improve situations? It's going to be constant connections, constant communication, and as long as we keep that positive energy flowing, there's no stopping us.
That's right. That's right. And don't it feel so different now since you've been to the continent and now that you back in Babylon? Don't your life, like, it's like everything that you thought was something that was important is no longer that?
What I already told y'all before I left, I was going through it.
Right.
Right? I was like in the Spike Lee movie. Okay. And now it's all amplified. So, Global Green Book, I reached out to her because of what she was going through in DC.
Okay.
But she didn't know I needed some treatment being back here.
Right.
But the best part was who greeted me when I arrived at the airport. The Limblick family. They was on the phone with me. I had Yaya Bay, Shay, Honeycomb.
Yeah.
I think Synovia might have been on the call.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not leaving nobody out, but the whole crew was on the phone talking to me because they had this Sunday meeting the day I came in. So I was there getting my bags, going through immigration. They was right there with me.
That's so excellent. That is beautiful. That's black excellence. This is exactly what we've been talking about. The connections, the love, the getting back to African ways of doing things, of concern, and making sure we are okay. This is exactly what we needed. And this is totally opposite of Eurocentric thinking and Eurocentric ways.
But we don't just need, absolutely, we don't just need the connections on a continent. We need them here because we haven't established them here. We have to connect here. Learning, and Global Green Book and I were talking about learning how to ask for help, saying you need assistance, saying you need support. And that's what brothers and sisters are doing when they see us on these channels. So the more of us that get our channels going, the more people we're going to affect.
Yes, the more we're going to reach it. It's not just about us personally. A lot of times we think it's just about us. And I'm gonna bring XDMC in on with us too. Hey, XDMC.
One love, my family. I just wanted to jump in because Anja's correct when she came back, because I was on that call too. I was on that phone getting the report. Right, she was going literally at the place, getting her bags, walking to the car. She was welcome back, and I wanted to hear everything, and it was great. But what I wanted to mention also is piggyback on what Sister Anja is saying as far as looking out for each other, working together. Years ago, a lot of people who are in my age group I know I'm probably older than everyone here, but there was a mini series that I was watching with my mother called The Women of Brewster's Place. And in The Women of Brewster's Place, there was a scene that I didn't understand, and my mother broke it down to me, where the character that Oprah was playing was kicked out of her home, and she just had her child and walking down the street, and then a stranger opened her door, looked out, asked her, "What are you doing? Come on in, you can stay with me." And I said, "Well, Mom, does it go down like that?" She said, "It used to. Everybody looked out for each other." And I thought that was dead. And then I see Anja put a video up with Sister Global Green Book. It's not dead. She did that scene from Brewster's Place, looking out for her sister. I love that hope. It is real. It is alive. And Limblake has something that has a lot to do with that, because we're all connected through this.
Yes, you know, and we're gonna continue to build and connect through this. Global Green Book is here. Let's add her to the screen. Hey, Global Green Book. Is she here? Can you hear us? We can't hear you yet. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Living My Best Life in Ghana. Okay, welcome to the live today. We are just talking and communicating and feeling love and being loved. Okay, she'll come back. I think she was having some type of difficulties, but yes, XDMC is just amazing of the connections and the love and the friendship and camaraderie and the and brothers and sisters that we're gaining, you know what I'm saying? And it just goes to prove that this is what Mama Africa wanted. This is what our ancestors always wanted, because we have to think about when they stole us from Africa, they stole us from all tribes, all ethnic groups from all over the continent. We thought it was just West Africans. No, it was us. We migrated and moved and was snatched from all areas of the continent, and we couldn't even speak. Some of us weren't able to communicate with the language, but we still was able to join together and resist in every way possible. Okay, we were still able to communicate. Well, I got seeds in my hair, and I got this, and I got that, and please help me. I'm having a baby, and I got you, baby. Don't worry. Just through looking at each other's eyes. Sometimes I sit and I just daydream about how that must have been, how it must have been so atrocious for us to go through all of that and still out of that birth beautiful babies and be able to, you know what I'm saying, smile, even though in the midst of how it all went down. It's just amazing how strong our people are. And we have got to take hold to that strength, because that is not to be overlooked. It's very overwhelming. I know a lot of people don't want to deal with it, but it's something we as African people should deal with, so that we'll know where we stand, and we won't allow them to make the same mistakes, make us have the same mistakes we made before.
Absolutely.
It's just all to it.
And it's funny because again, to bring in the Limblake notion of it, I look at how we are looking out for each other. That's the start. We're doing that. We are communicating with each other. I look at my wife. My wife, Karen, is not worried and have no problem with me talking to Shay when she gives me a call, or talking to Anja. And because I said she had to go and I told her the story with the car. I said, I'm in Pennsylvania. I wish she would have called me, and I would have. She said, yeah, she should have called us. And I'm going, you know what? How would she even know that? I never put that out there. We never put that. So that communication is key. But she know now. But I know when she do it the next time, she ain't coming back. So I
might need a ride to the airport though.
We got you.
You know. So here was the funny part. The funny part about that story, though, is that I didn't intend for my car to be at the airport. I had hooked up with a company where you can leave your car at the airport and they use it as a rental.
Oh,
so you can make $850 to $900 in that time that your car is gone, that you're gone.
Really?
The problem was I thought it was BWI airport, but I was leaving from Virginia Dulles, which is like an hour away.
Right.
So if you check the airport where you live and your flight is leaving from that airport, it works nicely because you coming back to a check. I didn't find out to the last minute that that wasn't the airport. And mind you, I told Global Green Book, you know, I have family that lives in Virginia.
Right.
I would rather pay the $400 than deal with them.
No, I hear you.
It's costly when you have to pay for peace sometimes, but it's worth it.
But this is it. And it, mind you, the airport will charge you, and this was supposed to be the bargain, $10 a day. I was gone for 40 days.
Wow.
Right? And ain't no teller there to bargain with and negotiate with. We ain't in Africa. They want their money, or you're not moving your car out that parking lot. Right? Because you're dealing with the machine.
What is that? Welcome back.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yep, that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. So we're talking about these things that are really going to help us as a people, make it more tangible and simple for us as we move forward, because we have a lot of work to do, but we also need to know how to represent ourselves very well. You know what I'm saying? How do we make ourselves even greater every day? And I know it starts with we have to know ourselves. We have to know thyself. We have to know thyself. That's the main point, is that we got to know ourselves. We got to do our own research, our own work. We got to show our own selves approved where we feel like we're gaining knowledge, because it's very powerful when you gain knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And it puts things in perspective where you're not always wondering all the time, or it feel like you're in another crisis because you just don't know what's going on. So I want us to do the things that it would take for us to have some sign of relief. Look forward to going to Africa. Understand that it's our time. You deserve to go to the continent. That it's our birthright to be home. It's our birthright to receive our natural place, our citizenship, and all of that. The Anja, you found out you from Sierra Leone, and they definitely, Sierra Leone, hands down, is definitely granting our people their citizenship when it comes to your African ancestry results, your DNA results. If you're part of one of the 16 tribes out of Sierra Leone, how does that feel that you anticipate and knowing that by the time you get back to the crib?
Well, you know what's interesting, Future? You brought this up before when the brother was on the channel, and you know, I'm a person that I don't really like surprises. I like to know what I'm getting into. Right. So when I went to Sierra Leone, Chief Fode and his wife were trying to get me processed for that January 5th date, right? Okay. And I knew it was kind of risky because I was fairly new, and it was only a week before. I'm sure this was being planned further out. But I said, if I could get in, I'm going to get in. I will delay my flight, do what I need to do, you know. One of the questions that I asked the minister is, Ghana has a system set up where the diaspora can come back, and there is land that is designated to the diasporans. What is Sierra Leone's policy for that? Is there land that's designated for diasporans, or are you just able to buy land on your own? Like, how does it work? What is the benefits to this citizenship? He really did not have an answer for me. They don't have a plan in place as far as land. So you are basically going to be able to buy land because you'll be a citizen. You'll probably be able to run businesses without needing a partner because you're a citizen. But it's not a plan where you're getting land. It's nothing like that. And if it is, they haven't implemented that yet. There wasn't even talk on the table about it.
Well, the thing about it is, in Ghana, it's not really the government of Ghana that's offering this land. It's different chiefs that are actually different kings that have access to this land that are offering the land, like the land that everyone is hearing about and being a part of, like a Cebu. Though these lands have been allocated by certain chiefs, parliament chiefs in the area. Right. So it's not saying that it's not available. And I think the benefits of having the citizenship is not just about something that, just about land.
Right.
It's basically you are being able to be an example for so many of us, people that always have the question, well, can you get citizenship? Can you get dual citizenship? You'll actually be one of the persons that say, yes, I do. So that's being like confirmation of things that people need to hear and see. You know what I'm saying? You can actually open up and show your citizenship and your passport papers. So it's way bigger than, just the citizenship
land
and
piece.
being able to get land. You know what I'm saying? Because you will be able to get it.
That was my one question for him. He really couldn't answer. But the benefit for me was, I don't know if I'm the first, but I feel like I'm the first because I am Gullah Geechee and I'm diasporan. Usually it's one or the other that has kind of been pushed for the citizenship. So it's my hope that when I go, I'm representing both and that I can give the recognition to Chief Fode and his wife that they deserve, because they were part of initiating that movement. And from what I understand, they don't have their citizenship.
Okay. And actually, this is in the early stages.
Yes.
So we have, you are part of the groundbreaking phenomenon, and it's going to spread and open up new avenues for Chief Fode and his family, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get their citizenship, because that's just a natural progression. Okay.
Yes.
But it don't really happen like that, because I mean, I've been living in Ghana for 14 years. I don't have citizenship. You know what I'm saying? But I know people that just got there that's been there 8 months, or that have been there 2 years that have citizenship.
Right.
So but I'm not really, I ain't sweating that stuff, because I feel like I'm getting what's just due to me. You know what I'm saying? This gonna come, and when it come, it's gonna be in divine order, and I'm gonna be waiting and being patient and waiting for my chance, you know what I'm saying, to get what is just due. I don't want to go through red tape to get my citizenship.
I understand.
I mean, I did my results, and my results came back Cameroon and Bioko Island, the Booby people and the Fulanis and the Hausa people, and so on and so forth. And I feel like that's my birthright. So I want it to be given, or be in the right place, like I'm supposed to, at the right time, and receive exactly what is for me. So, you know what I'm saying? I know it makes us so, anxious to want to just, but we have to be patient, because it's all a process. And Europe underdeveloped Africa on purpose. So it's a protracted activity, that we're in the midst of. But please know that the ancestors already got us, and we good to go.
And quite honestly, I was not looking for citizenship. I think it's a blessing that they're offering it, but I really just want to live in Africa and experience all of Africa. I have a connection to Sierra Leone, so I want to set up my home base there, but I've been offered housing in Gambia that I don't even have to pay for. So I'm going to live there as well. And the plan is to go back and forth now. But I got people in Mali, I got people in Rwanda. So my plan is to kind of make my way around the continent.
Yes.
So that's that serious flexing, because I remember when she left, and now she back and got like more connections than the UN. I was like, hey, that's what's up, and that's the ancestors looking out. And when you are just genuinely a nice and beautiful person, people see that. It radiates. You're not that person that you come on a live and someone, oh damn, Anja's on, let me turn. You're not that person. And we don't have that in Limblay that I know of. And if we do, they got to go. I got to learn. But what I love is, see, people with, like, when you ask what do we need to do, I think we're doing that now, and that being an example of what you all have done. And because, see, thing is, we like to talk. Black folks love to talk. Yes, let's do this. Power to the people. This and then they go home and do nothing. Now, since I've been part of Lindblade, I have seen more than one person head over to the continent. More than one person come back and report and say what's going down and how beautiful and how it changed them. And that's more than talking. You guys are doing it. And we got to keep doing that. We got to keep doing that, and we got to have each other. And like you mentioned in your previous lives, break the habit of the way we do things, that Western way of thinking. I'm doing that now. I'm doing that now because I've been burned a lot of times. You know, where I don't talk. Oh, what he calling me for? What's she calling me for? I'm doing all right. I don't need nobody. No, this helped break that. This helped bring that African love out of me. You know, so I'm like, hey, you doing something, sister? What do you need? I got you. Brother, what do you need? I got you. And the fact that I met brothers here, like we spoke earlier, I met brothers here that I actually trust, and I never met them. I trust Yaya Bey. I trust Troy. I trust Corey.
Yes.
I'm not just saying that.
Yes.
And I met them here, these brothers, and I don't get down like that. You know, I'm like, yeah, how you doing? Okay, bye, and keep it moving.
Yes.
That changed.
And it feels good to have respect, to hold people in high esteem, well, like we should as African people. And that's one thing you saw a lot, Anja Africa. I know you saw a lot of humility. You know, you saw people being very genuinely caring. You know what I'm saying? That looked out for you just in a nick of time. It was like you always in the right place at the right time for the right connections, for the right smile, the right numbers, a pocket full of telephone numbers. I'm telling you.
I was like, I kept saying the ancestors are busy. The ancestors are busy. Even some of the people I was around was like, I need your ancestors because I don't understand. Like anytime something happened, there was an answer to it. I didn't even have to look for it. You know, one time, remember, I ran out of Dalasi and I didn't have enough. I had like 41 Dalasi. And as you know, that's really nothing in Gambia. That might be $13 or something, but none of it was late. And I'm like, okay, there was no Gele Gele's, the van to jump on. So I got to get a taxi. So I told you always tell the taxi before you get in how much money you have. So I was like, how much you going to charge me? So he's like, it's 100. You know, they charge you 100 for 2 people. So I said, listen, I don't really have it. I was like, I'm down to my last. I said, I can only have 41. He said, well, it's late. Like nobody else is going to be out here. I said, well, I understand. And I backed away from the taxi. And he said, no, get in. So on the way, I'm talking to him and I'm like, listen, I have a YouTube channel and I'm going to be sure to put your information in the description because my phone died, right? I said, I'm going to put your information in the description so that people know what kind of man you are. And if I have any place else to go, once I get to the cash machine, I'm going to call you. And I didn't use him, but I ended up giving his number to someone that needed a cab. And they told him I was the one that sent him to them. And I put his information in my description. And that's how I would approach people when they try to bargain with me. I said, listen, I have a YouTube channel. I'm giving you free advertisement. You know how much free marketing and stuff is? Let me do this for you. But you got to give me a good price. And you'll get a bunch of customers, but you don't have to try to get all the money from me right now. And then they said, okay, you know.
She said, you ain't got to try to get all the money from me right now.
See, that's the ancestors. The ancestors were not just looking out for Sister Anja. They was looking out for the cab drivers because one, the ancestor got a cab driver to make money, and ancestors saved the cab driver's life because the one that she was going to choke out, and he got her to her destination safely, so she didn't have to choke him. So the ancestors hooked him up too. You know, so it's a beautiful thing. The ancestors were working overtime.
And I said that, you know, there was only like 2 times on a continent, and I don't even know if it was 2, I might say it was one time on a continent where I was scared. One time.
Really?
Yeah. And that was in the first night in Sierra Leone when we got in the cab and there was no window, no knob. Turn the window and I couldn't open the door. I'm like, he is really trying to kidnap us right now. My first night in Sierra Leone. You know? But I'm like, but I'm not your average victim. Somebody going down in this cab. You know, so that was the only time I felt like scared. I mean, I walked on the beach at night and no one else was out there. And I'm looking at the stars. And this is the first time that, again, I have to come to the continent to see a shooting star. I have never seen shooting stars in the States.
Really?
Wow.
26 years ago, I saw 2 shooting stars. I couldn't tell anybody. I couldn't move.
Oh.
This time I'm on the beach and a shooting star goes across the sky.
Wow. Beautiful. It's so like, beautiful.
No explanation for that. Yeah.
Yes. Don't it feel good to have a place where you are in a space of people where you feel safe, you feel where you can open up, you can voice and have a positive impact, you know, just all of your experiences on the continent under Africa, because you've been to 3 countries on the continent.
Yes.
3. 4.
Senegal 26 years ago.
Okay, Senegal 26 years ago.
Ghana,
I forgot about that. Ghana.
Yes. Ghana, Sierra Leone, Gambia.
And Gambia. Wow.
Yeah. And we almost made it back to Senegal. I was going to take them on, but they had a lockdown in Senegal, so we didn't get to go across. We just decided not to go.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So how was it? Okay, you got 4 countries to compare.
Yeah.
So what do you have to report from those 4 countries? What's 4 good points from 4 different countries?
Okay, let me say this, because I feel like this is important, right?
Okay.
Prior to going to the continent, I lived in England for 6 months in 1989. I've been to Spain. I've been to Germany. I think that's about it for the European countries. I've been to Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica. My people are from Barbados. I've been there. I've been to Jamaica several times. Carousel, which is like a little place like Carousel. Mm-hmm. And I've been to Dominican Republic. So I've never had any emotions about going to those places except for Jamaica. Jamaica is one of my favorite vacation places.
Yes.
Right? And whenever I went to Jamaica, I stayed at Black-owned resorts, and I stayed away from tourists. Right?
Okay.
So now I go to the continent, and my connection on the continent is like what I've been searching for in every other place that I've traveled to. This notion of tight-knit family and genuine relationships and genuine people and folks that weren't fake. You know, like, you know, I hate to say fuckery, but that's what comes to mind when I think of fake people in the States. It's that type of just, you know, these facades of being something that you're not and being stuck on superficial things because you really don't know who you are. And so it's difficult when you know who you are to have conversations with people like that, because the things that they're trying to make relevant, you're like, that's not really relevant. And the fact that you think it is a little scary. You know, we've been so conditioned to believe that this way of life is our only option. So when you go to the continent and people are genuine and they're loving and they're willing to welcome you into their families, you may not even find the tribe that you come from, but you don't have to, because they open their homes to you wherever you go. You know, and when I had a brother say to me, like, yeah, I'm romantically interested in you, but I see you as my mother, my sister, my auntie, I was like, now we were taught that was incestuous, right? But to hear him say that made me realize that he had a level of respect for me as a woman, and that's why he could see me that way. So the kind of interest that you will have people expressing you, it's not a romantic interest. It's more of an interest about your attributes, right? It goes beyond the physical. And so it's like, okay, well, what do you do with that information? How do you bring what you've been conditioned to in the West to this kind of lifestyle? And all you could do is say, keep your moral fiber, but let all that other nonsense you were told go. All those European concepts, because they found a way to warp them for us and make us think that what we're experiencing on a continent is unnatural. And so you kind of just have to open yourself to receiving. And so it was different to have people wanting to do things for me. And I was like, okay, go ahead, pick it up. Go ahead, open the door. Like, okay, I could live with this, you know. And it was just a blessing. Like I said, people have called me since I've been back. Even diasporans, UK diasporans. When are you coming back? I have a huge house. If you need a room when you come back until you get settled, come stay with me. Even the brother from the village, the councilman, I think he and his wife are clear that I don't want to marry them. However, they're like, when you come back, we're going to have the chief give you a title in the village. You know, like just, I'm like, but I haven't done anything yet. So the idea that they hold you in such high self-esteem because of how you've come to them genuine, just be genuine. Be yourself. Be sincere. Be consistent.
Yes, and be open, because we've been so closed up. You know, we've been very protective of our aura. We've been so closed up because we have been so damaged generationally. Okay, we have the DNA of 2,000 years and beyond inside of us, so we know exactly what these feelings feel like, and we don't like how it feels. But to open yourselves back open to your birthright, to your motherland, to the power and the spirit of Africa, and to be able to pull the best representation of yourself, of God, right here on earth, and to understand and walk in it, in your power and your truth and the facts of the matter, and to be able to see evidence that our ancestors have left for us. We don't have any question whatsoever. We got all the evidence. We got all the books. We got all the inventions. We got all the resources. We have everything that we need. We just need to harness it and collectivize and plant our feet on the soil and get ourselves back home to the motherland. I'm going to invite Jatan. She is here. Let's add Jatan to the live. Hey, Jatan.
Hey, fam. Sorry, y'all.
Hey, sister.
We good. Good to see you.
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
Andrea,
How are you,
Andrea.
sis?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just listening to you, talk and really getting a feel for the process that you experience when you are on the ground.
Yes.
And what I've been really understanding is the connection part. My question to you is, what would you suggest for somebody like me? Somebody who's shy, who's not used to the networking part.
Mm-hmm. I think, like I said, just be open, Jatan. There's really nothing for you to do, because I believe the ancestors are going to lead people to you. They will. They'll just start talking to you. Like, I remember one of the first things someone said to me was like, "Oh, you look like someone that had visited this place before, or you look like someone I know." And I said, "Oh, that was my African twin." And then we just kind of started laughing. And then it was like, "Well, where are you from?" And it's just little things. Ask questions. You're a very intelligent, inquisitive person. That's going to carry you through right there. Because once you start asking questions and people see that you are genuinely interested in them, it'll be, well, let me feed you. I need to come get you and take you someplace, or you need to talk to this person. That's all it takes, is just being open. That one little inkling of interest is going to lead you down a road that you're going to be like, how'd I end up here? I love it, but how'd I end up here? So you don't even have to worry about being shy, because I believe all of that goes out the door. Because if you noticed, my son is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right? He was just sitting down with his phone when we went to the river, and all these little kids came out of nowhere and just surrounded him and started looking over his shoulder. And then they started pointing, and then he got up. They started talking. Next thing I know, he giving dance lessons.
Wow.
It's that simple. They will be drawn to you. I believe that, real no real, right? That's what we say in the States.
Yeah.
So when you got that positive energy, that vibe, they just drawn to you.
And you'll feel so much comfortable.
You will.
You'll feel so comfortable that it'll be a force that just opens you up, and you'll just be like, you know what I'm saying? You never experienced it before, because you don't realize how much you had to clothe yourself, you know what I'm saying, and really protect yourself in the midst of danger. We in the middle of evil on all facets, and we have to be very protective of ourselves. So really, that's because you had to be a cover upon a cover. It's like your armor. You've been having to cover and protect, and it has closed you up. But when you get to the continent, it's gonna be so amazing to you how you're able to just feel so open, like a lotus flower.
Yes,
you know how
like
a lotus flower
onion. Yeah, even an onion, right?
Yes.
All the layers just kind of disappear. I was thinking, I don't know if you all recall, but in my videos, I remember saying my heart is filled. I just felt like, it was just filled. When people would do stuff, it just would touch me so deeply. Like, you don't even have to do that, and you're doing it, and I didn't even ask you to do it. It's like they know what you need before you even open your mouth. Down to the food, you eat something and it just fills your spirit. Like it's such a feeling that it is indescribable for anything in the States. I told you, as soon as I came back, I was on the defensive. Here we go. They done tried to steal my bag. I gotta find my bag when it come out the airport. I got these officers asking me about why I was on the continent, how much money am I bringing. Mind you, they ain't asking for a COVID test. But they asking me everything else. Then I got to get to the parking lot. I got to get my car out. I got to hustle with them for the money. It's a constant. I get back. I showed the pile of bills. They was calling me before I even left the continent, and the bills wasn't even due yet. A week before I left, because this is how our country keeps a hold on you. Right. And I wouldn't have looked at it like that before. I would have thought that was normal.
Right.
But I realized, wow, they got us down to the bills are not even due yet, and they calling.
Yeah.
I used to say, I always feel like my check is spoken for before I get it. It is, because they're calling me.
Yep, that's real.
So it's deep. It's deep how they keep a hold on us. Even down to one of the biggest things I said is that you have to, when Future and Power told us that cash is king, it's real. Because when you get over there, the United States cuts you off. They're not giving you access to your money. I couldn't even pull up my account on my mobile app to check how much money was in my account, because once they saw it was from Africa, they shut the network down.
Wow. And
So
that's good to know.
every country I'm going to, I'm calling them like, I can't access my account. I need to know what my balance is. Then they put me through a whole investigation to give me my information to access my account. Right? So make sure you have your money when you get there. Do not do Western Union, because I had a situation where I was trying to process Western Union when I got there. They stopped the Western Union because I didn't pick it up in 5 days. And then they was giving the person that did the Western Union an entire investigation. How long did she know me? Where did she know? Mind you, she paid me back money she owed me. She paid me money she owes me. And they're like, How long did you know her? Where do you know her from? How did you make the, mind you, this is my childhood friend from high school. It was a whole big thing. Do not do Western Union. Go with your money in hand and make sure you get your breakdown of bills and get rid of your money before you go from country to country. Because if you go to Gambia with money from Sierra Leone, you're not going to get a fair exchange rate because their logic is we don't need that money here. Get rid of it as you get to the airports. Right? Come with your cash because you're not going to be able to pay for your COVID test with a card. You're not going to be able to pay for your visa with a card. You got to do that with cash.
Valuable info. You know, Andre, you did a video, and this is real talk. You did a video where you are in a shop and you showing the sisters in the shop. And I tell you no lie, I thought about Jatan because I said if she was in that shop, she would have never been able to make it because you attack everything that Anja mentioned. You also very talented, and that talent don't just belong to you; it belongs to the world, but it belongs to Africa. Mm-hmm. And I can see you in that place, doing your things. Those sisters coming to you. That the shyness that you described, you won't even notice, but I'm sure it's going to be gone. I can't wait. Yeah. I was telling Future Power. I was talking to my wife Karen and said, you know, one of the things that I've learned by listening to everybody is that when they come back and when they get to Africa, they say, wow, it's an awakening. They are just a better person. It's this energy that comes over them. And I said to Karen, well, you know, can you imagine that? Me being better than what I am now?
No,
oh my God.
You know,
yes. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But Jatan, you know, when we did the Limblick opening at the moving picture theater, I found out that sister that performed is a designer. She designed her dress. If y'all remember that beautiful dress, and I thought of you because it reminded me of the outfit that you had on a mannequin. So in my mind, I gotta connect Jatan and this sister. That's how I think. Right?
Yeah, and that's what we need.
That's how I think. These people, I have to connect them. Like she would love your designs if she could see your stuff. And I think I even told you, I sent you a message because in my mind, you were supposed to come back to me and be like, well, hook me up. Tell me. But I didn't hear it. And I was like, I'm going to get that sister's number somehow. And that's just the way I think that people who are doing things that can push each other or enhance each other, maybe an opportunity would come up for her that she may not be able to fulfill an obligation, but she could call you. I got a sister in the States that does that's how I think. And so when I was interviewing these artists and stuff, I know I love to create and I could see the beauty in each of their things, even if it wasn't my particular taste, but I was just excited to be around all that creativity. So my mission when I get back to Sierra Leone is to interview every vendor that was in that shop because I didn't even get a 10th of the way through when I went in there. But how can they sell their items when a place is packed from the floor to the ceiling and you don't even know who's in there? Who's going to notice them?
Right.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. Sylvia said, can you solve bank access to VPN to install on the phone? Did you try? See, the thing about the VPN is that's why we say cash is king, because if you go to a place where you have to purchase something on the continent, you can't use VPN. You got to use your card. Okay. And then also when you make purchases, those purchases that's wired through those certain banks on the continent are not covered by VPN. You know what I'm saying? So when you use your card, whether if you're purchasing, if you're at a restaurant, if you're somewhere at the mall trying to use a card, you might get blocked. And when they block you, they don't take your block right off. And you don't have access. You might be on hold for a long time. It's certain numbers that you can call from the US. Then it's a number that's for outside international number that they might take 20, 30, 40 minutes to answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have a question, Future. With the VPN, don't you need internet access to utilize the VPN?
You do.
Okay, so let me say hi to Sylvia. And also I want to say you don't have internet access everywhere you go.
It's
Right?
true.
Because even from moving from continent to continent, I was trying to use my hotspot with T-Mobile because my phone was unlocked. That's the other thing. You have to make sure your phone is unlocked. Future and Power told us about that. But if you have a phone that you're still paying on, they are not going to want to unlock your phone.
Nope.
Right? So my son's phone wasn't paid off. He has an iPhone. He only paid half of his phone. So I had to do an agreement with them to unlock his phone until we came back. My phone was paid off. So they unlocked it. But as I moved from continent to continent, I had to keep paying for that international T-Mobile pass because I was loading videos. It was using up my data. Right? So you got to be aware of how you're using your phone and like what type of phone you're taking. And that's why it was such a great idea. Take an old phone, get the African AfriCell SIM card, put that in your phone. Of course, I get to Sister Yah at the Sankofa Repat house, and she had a sister that was like a manicurist come in, and she didn't have a phone, and I gave her my old phone, and that's why I didn't have another phone to utilize. I gave her the old one, right? The other thing is, and I didn't even take pictures of these sisters, but 2 sisters on a continent, I did their hair, right? The little girl where I stayed last because she kept touching my hair. She was so curious. Her mother tried to straighten her hair, but under it was like a thick matted rug, if you will. Beautiful thick hair, but they was trying to perm the surface. And I was telling them, do not put perms in these babies' hair. You just got to find a better way to handle it. Water and conditioner. Don't try to pull a comb through dry hair because you're going to break her hair off.
That's
So
right.
I did the little girl's hair and a bunch of Bantu knots. But because she was Muslim and going to school, they don't allow them to have certain styles. So she was only able to keep this style for like a couple of days. When I was in Ghana in Kumasi, the lady that did my laundry was another sister who tried to perm her hair and it took it out. So her hair was very short, but it was still enough natural for me to do a bunch of little tiny twists all over her head. It came out so beautiful, and everybody was shocked. And I was explaining to them, y'all don't have to perm. But they
You
really
don't have
don't
to
know nothing
do
about
that,
they
man.
don't know nothing about leave-in conditioner. They don't know nothing about all the natural processes that we really use here, because for them, that's extra money. So I was talking to them about using flaxseed, boiling
Right.
the flaxseed, taking the gel,
Avocado. I
pulling it through their
mean,
hair.
yeah.
Exactly. So just time for you, once you get there and you see people in need, there is no way you're going to keep your mouth closed. You're just not,
That's
because
right.
you have the
That's what's
answer.
up.
So when you see people in need, you just be like, well, let me help you. Let me do this for you. You
I
know?
think I'm just scared on some level. There's some fear. There's a level of anxiety, a little
Oh,
bit of
absolutely.
anxiousness about the whole.
Let me tell you, I
Yeah.
told so many people they were beautiful on the continent that I know the men must have thought I was crazy. I'm serious. I was walking in a village, and the sun is beating on my neck. We going to this soccer match, and I'm like, oh, it's hot. Like, it's hot, but I'm walking, I'm chilling. All of a sudden, I don't feel the sun on my back no more. So I turn around, and there is this beautiful man. When I tell you blue, black,
Oh
bright
my
white
God.
teeth, he was a kid though, but he was like
So many
7
black
feet
people.
tall. And I just turned around and I was like, you just blocked the sun. You're
Oh,
beautiful. You're beautiful. And he just kept
gave you a
smiling.
son. He gave you a man shade.
Listen, he was just, and every time I would see little kids, they would just be looking at me, telling me how they like my color, because they got a lot of that colorism stuff over there. So
Oh
in
yeah,
their
Oh,
mind,
wait a
the
minute.
lighter
Andrea, where? Which
across
one?
the
that's
Where they
board.
everywhere.
at? Okay, across the
Across
board.
the
Okay.
board. Quite
Mhm.
Yes.
honestly, I didn't see that much of it in Sierra Leone because the people come in like a variation of shades, and I guess that might be that Gullah Geechee mix and
Mhm.
the Norwegian. Because you remember, folks came from Nova Scotia, to
Right.
Sierra Leone. So
Mhm.
there's that mixture of folks. You see all kind of complexions, but in Gambia and Ghana, there's that colorism. People are under
Yeah.
the impression that, you know, lighter is right, white is right, that kind of thing. And
Yeah,
so,
you have
That's a lie.
the bleaching problem going
yeah,
on as well.
yeah,
Travel with Charles said, how much cash should you travel with? We tell everybody under $10,000 travel with Charles. That's the legal limit for
yeah,
each person. So if it's two people, it's under $10,000 for each
yeah,
person. Okay.
yeah.
So
Future.
yes. Hey, Yaya Bay
What's
is
up,
joining
Yaya
us,
Bay?
everybody.
I'm
What's up,
Yaya
Yaya Bay?
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
driving. I'm
Soldier.
driving. I'm driving right now, so I ain't on the screen. But I just wanted to say this real fast, and I'm gonna get off. Uh, uh, XDMC, man, come on, man. We go. You know, we tighter than leather. Jaton, you ain't too much scared of nothing. And Anja, it ain't no words in the vocabulary book to explain your noble duties you brought to the Lynn Blig family.
I know that's
Yes,
Uh,
right.
Salute. Yes.
thank
future,
you.
future. I
yes.
know we go through this. I gotta tell you this all the damn time, right? I'm gonna expand on what XDC said earlier because I was listening in, and I'm not on the screen.
Uh-oh.
It, it's
You going out, brother?
You're going out.
I don't. Okay, can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, listen,
yes,
I'm gonna say this real fast. It ain't enough to say how thankful we are for you and Mr. Power to come out of whatever situations y'all been through and have the courage to put together such a beautiful platform. It's you guys are the reason 50 to 100 people now have the desire and the motivation to go back to Mama Africa.
Yes.
Understand that. My
Thank
banner,
you, brother.
my banner, I've been flying that since I was 5 years old.
I know
I
that's
used to
right.
kick the I used to kick the 25-20's ass just to feel good. So I say this to say thank you. I mean the love y'all provided for us in the Lindblad family is priceless. Okay,
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you so
it's
much.
really priceless.
My
And
brother.
Anja, damn it, the ancestors flew through, above, around your ass while you was
Yep.
out there. And listen, one more thing, Auntie Winnie. Oh my
Oh
God, I
my
can't wait to
Yeah,
goodness.
get the
she done
Rwanda
had
to
it,
see her.
y'all. She
Yeah.
straight up
I
had
can't
it.
wait to I can't wait to get the Rwanda to see her, man. She
yes.
made me
Yes,
want to go to
yes,
Rwanda now.
yes, for
Wow.
sure. For sure, for sure.
Straight up gangster and
Hey,
Rwanda.
But
Commodore, we got
I just wanted to
Demi
give a
and
shout out to
Sylvia.
y'all, and I'm about to get off.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
All right,
right,
Yaya,
all
brother.
right.
love
Thank you for
you.
we love you.
All
Thank you
right,
for
love y'all
coming
too.
on. Yes.
Yep.
So let me,
Demi.
somebody said something, Future, about Western Union. And you know what? As y'all know, I think I've mentioned before that I worked as an investigator for the state for elder abuse, right?
Okay.
And we used to have these meetings with like ex-federal agents and ex-CIA, and they would talk about the fraudsters in Nigeria. And
Mm-hmm.
it was difficult for me to sit through those conversations because what they basically was saying was that they have these crooks in Nigeria, and so the whole of Africa does this. Okay. So when I hear about, yeah, Western Union is concerned about the fraudsters, I understand that. But that doesn't mean you get to treat the whole continent of Africa like they are criminals.
And
Okay.
us too.
And I understand you trying to protect. I appreciate that you're trying to protect my privacy. But when it's me and I've proven it's me, and I called you before I left to tell you what countries I'm going to be in, I don't expect to have these problems.
Let me tell you something. They are some scam, wham, thank you, ma'ams. They do this all the time. And when they have people that they tire them out from constantly calling and begging them to release their monies and having people going back and forth in the States, going back and forth to Western Union, trying to get them to release the money and so on. They tire people out. And depending on how many people they do like this every day, they make millions upon millions of dollars that are not accounted for, because if you don't keep calling them back, that's money that they going to keep. If you get tired, if your life doesn't include for you to just call them all the time, you know what I'm saying? It might be a case where somebody just send you $100. It might be a case somebody send you $1,000. But if you got somebody telling you constantly back and forth that they not going to release your money for whatever reason, and you in dire straits, and this is your work, your living money, your eat money, your pay for your room money, your pay, what are you going to do? This is not protocol that we should accept from Western Union, from what's the other ones? All of them. That's not protocol that's acceptable, just because of some scams that go on, and they scam us all the time.
Exactly. And
but
you know
we
what
have
else?
got accustomed to being scammed in the U.S.
Right.
with banks constantly taking out felonious money out of our accounts, charging us extra money for this and that and the third, automatically withdrawing money out of our accounts. And we think that, oh, that's just the process and that's the procedure. No, that's stealing. That's scam. That's scheming. But we have got to demand that when we use them, if they don't treat us right, we got to stop using them and don't use them no more. Look for African avenues and ways of bringing money and having money to access, to be able to move around and things that you need to do on the continent. Look for ways to do that for yourselves where you won't have to be constantly bombarded and scared to spend your money or wonder if you have somebody send you your money, are they going to keep it?
Yes. And you know what,
Here's the
Future?
thing.
You
We've
pointed out the
normalized
other
our
part of
oppression.
that is the cash machine piece. When you go to get money out of the cash machine, right? You don't forget now, you're being charged for the conversion, and you're being charged for your withdrawal and bank fees from the bank that you are taking the bank money from, as well as from your own bank. So that's not charges you're going to see when you go to pull your money out. All they're going to tell you is, oh, we charging you another $1.50 or $3 or whatever. They're not telling you about all those other back fees.
Right.
So you're really losing when you take money out of the cash machine, right? It's better when you come with your money in hand, because you know whatever money that they're converting is going to be at the lower rate anyway. They're not going to convert it at the highest rate for you.
Yeah, because we so used to just giving up extra dollars. And just imagine tens of thousands of millions of people that used to using the machine to make transactions versus us using cash money to make sure that the black dollar passes. And when you use cash on the continent, you can rest assured that that money is going to stay in the community for unsurmounted amounts of time. Okay, so we have got to understand how this is really going to help us by using cash. It's not just the benefits of not dealing with the card situation and having to pay all the fees, but it's going to benefit our community by using cash and let it move from hand to hand, black hand to black hand. Y'all, we have Jai Essence Journey on with us.
Wait, is that Tonio from Rwanda?
That is that Tony Yo? Yes,
hey
that's
guys.
Tony.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to get off. I'm going to get off because I got to watch this. I'm going to get off. I got to watch this.
Hey, fam, what's up, y'all?
Wow. Well, live from Rwanda.
We can't hear y'all. We see y'all, but we can't hear y'all.
Oh, we ain't saying nothing. Hold on. We being quiet with it.
Oh, okay.
There they go.
Now you can hear, because they didn't hear you because you wasn't saying nothing.
Oh, can you hear us now?
Yes, hear you great. What's up, man?
Open your mouth and
I'm staying at Jay's compound here. Jay Essence.
Hey, Jay Essence.
How are y'all? First of y'all doing it this morning. Y'all go ahead and give all the knowledge. Go ahead and give all the facts. That's what you do.
Yes. What's up? Hey, Tony, you touched down in Rwanda.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm listening to what you guys were saying. She knows. I'm gonna walk upstairs so you guys can see the periphery and what's going on out here. But everything you're saying is true. I had some issues when they came to the airport with leaving. They didn't want to let me leave. They said my COVID test wasn't valid, and I explained to them that I followed your procedure and your protocol by buy your ticket at the airport. Do not buy your tickets online.
Yes.
When you buy your tickets at the airport, you make them accountable for what they tell you, that the procedures and the protocol. Because what they were telling me was that my test to fly to my connecting flight was not accurate, but it actually was. And I did what you said. I said, no, get me a supervisor.
That's
By
right.
getting the supervisor, we were able to clarify that my connecting flight was 72 hours within me going to Amsterdam, which was true. And it also was true for me getting 120 hours to get here to Rwanda. So do get a supervisor, buy your tickets at the airport. And no matter what they tell you to do, like she says, I'm just going to tell you, I brought me some money. I put my money on me. So
That's right. Bring your money.
Sure
cash is king. It's not illegal. It's fine.
Right. But I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see where she's staying at and everything.
Wow.
You see?
Oh, it's beautiful. That skyline is to die for. That African skyline, I swear.
It's to live and die for all at the same time.
Wow. Brother Tonio made it.
So I'll be here for 5 weeks. With them. So I can. Hey, Power. Hey, you doing,
Tonio,
brother?
what's going on, man? What's happening?
We so happy for you and proud of you.
Yes.
Okay. I heard y'all over there dealing with some colonizers. What's that all about?
You know you're not right.
That feels so good to say that, don't it, bro?
Tonio,
how's this thing working? I don't understand.
Make sure you get some immune booster while you're there.
You know what? Last night, there's a brother here that's staying with us. We made a concoction with our ginger and
there you go.
A whole plethora of other stuff that he put into a drink. So we did that, and this morning they actually put us down in lockdown for 2 weeks. So we're gonna do our workout this morning, but we drinking our teas, drinking everything, and I can tell you, Jay Essence, if you guys need a place to stay in Rwanda, where your food, oh my God, you got to cook, you got somebody to clean. They washing my underwear. I'm like,
I'm not used to this. That'll just work. I'm not used to this.
I know that's a TMI. I know it's a TMI, but that is what's happening. So I'll face this way so you guys can look out and see. But I'm telling you, when you get here, I promise you, they are on point with everything. Don't come here with the attitude of what you think you're going to deal with in the West. It's very calm people. I promise you, you guys are going to love it. And again, if you need a place to stay, come and stay with JS, and she got you covered. I promise you.
Nice.
Yes, for sure. This is awesome.
That's awesome. Tonio, while you're there, I'm asking for a friend. See if they need any massage parlors opened up there.
Don't
worry about that, Tonio. Don't even. We got to give him his medicine. Karen gonna be in shortly and give him his herbs. He gonna be all right.
Now I see why his name is X. Now I see why your name is X.
Oh man, I love y'all. Y'all so good.
But again, I just want to reiterate to tell everybody everything that Power and Future are telling you guys to do. And I'm not calling anybody a novice in terms of traveling. Whatever they're telling you to do it to the letter. Because I promise you, me leaving on Me leaving on last Friday. Now it seemed I gave you guys the short version, but it took me an hour and 10 minutes for them to clarify in terms of how I was going, how was I connecting, and see what I broke it down to them was this. If you're telling me that my test is wrong, why are y'all coming up with the 72-hour, 120-hour rule? If that is the case, just tell people to take their test the day before you leave.
Right.
Why are you saying it's 72, 48, 120? And see, me clarifying with that and telling them, get me a supervisor, and then also tell them this, because they told me I had to go and get another test, and I had to be trying possibly upgrade to another flight. I said, all of these charges, you guys are going to have to pay for. Get me a supervisor, and I promise you, it does work. Buy your tickets, go to the airport like Future is telling you. And I'm telling you, bring you some money. Don't wait to use your card.
Please don't.
So what was that feeling touching down there, just getting home, just getting there? What was like that feeling? I asked everybody that, even Jatan is asking that.
Okay, what I can tell you is I'm gonna see if you guys can hear it. There's a serenity that comes upon you. Just listen. There are no ambulance. There's no fire trucks. There's no police. All you're gonna hear is chirping birds and kids playing and roosters. And you're not gonna hear what we hear. With ambulance going down the street, all the noise, the highway. No, you don't hear any of that. I mean, just take a listen.
Yeah, I just hear birds chilling.
That's all you're gonna hear. and don't come over here with the I'm gonna get in your face. You don't know me like that. Don't do that. They ain't even like that.
No, you totally out of place. If you come like that, you should turn around and go back. That's for sure. Just turn around and go back.
Yep.
This is amazing. We so happy for you, Tony. He has touched down. Another Limb League member on the ground, baby.
There we go. I was saying that earlier. We're doing it.
But I'm not going to stay on here too long. Y'all go and join JS's channel. She's going to also do she's going to go do a video right now that she's going to record. That's how she and I met on YouTube. And reach out to your fellow YouTubers. I know Future and Power don't mind y'all sharing y'all sales with other people. Reach out to your other YouTubers.
No.
They're your connection on the content. They're gonna.
We encourage it. We encourage it wholeheartedly, 100%. Not only reach out, but also become the YouTuber that you need to see, because everybody's story is very important. And you got people that connect on so many levels, connect to all of us. So, Tonyo, we looking for your channel, okay? Because you got some peers to influence as well. All you got to do is turn the camera on and show us what you're showing in the background. That's enough alone.
Oh, y'all sure y'all ready for my live? Y'all ain't ready for me, because see, I cuss. See, y'all ain't ready for me like that.
No, bring it.
You got to come on the live, but you got to suppress the cussing, because they'll flap you before you get started. So they gonna ask you, are you cussing, and is your language bad? Because they'll flap you, they'll watch you and flap you every time. So we understand.
That's why I ain't married and I ain't went live. How about that?
We so appreciate you, Tony. Much love to you, bro. And sure, anytime when you ready.
Definitely.
Peace, bro. Yes, this is a Limb League.
Awesome.
This is Limb League on the move.
Future, when y'all was asking him about how did you feel, you made me think of what my son said when we landed. I don't know if y'all remember when we came to Ghana and we was driving in the car, and Amon, as soon as we stepped off the plane, he said, it smelled like incense. That's exactly what he said. He was like, the air is different. I feel like what I'm pulling in my lungs is different. It smells, the air is sweet. He just kept like, it was like all of his senses was just on fire. What he was hearing, what he was smelling, what he was tasting, everything. It all just changed. It's like an immediate detox when you step on a tart.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually get ready and go, but I will go back to one of your original questions, Future, as far as what we need to do or what we can do to keep this going. And I would just say what we're doing now, I think works perfectly with the network and connecting. But time is an important commodity that cannot be wasted, and we tend to do that. And I tend to what works. You don't have to follow this blueprint, but the blueprint that works for me, and I've been doing this for years, and it works for me. And I tell this to my kids. I have 3 questions that I have to ask myself every month, and there are 3 goals. And one of them is, what new books have I read and completed? What new skills have I acquired? And if I haven't, did I improve on the skills that I have already? And whose life have I enriched? And if I can't say I've done 2 of those goals, I have wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to waste time. That's how I live my life, and it works for me. It may not work for you, and you don't have to use those same 3 principles. You can have your own. But being at the age that I am and seeing things that I have seen and losing so many people, I appreciate time. I appreciate somebody who has flatlined. I love life.
Yes.
I love it. And I knew that I would be connected. There was something that was missing. I knew something was missing. And the Wotamaya video started showing me what was missing. That led me to Shay. That led me to African Superstar. That led me to you. And here's my home.
Yes, and we are happy to have you. We're happy to have you a part of our family. And we just thank our Creator and our ancestors for sending us to each other where we can motivate each other and build the morale that is needed for us to go home and make the moves that we need to make for ourselves, because we are our answer. We are the answer. We are the cure. We are everything that we need for African people. And it's just the power behind us, our knowledge of self, and taking things that we learn. Soon as you find out something, and as soon as you learn something positive about your African self, just apply it. Just as soon as you find out something, you apply it and you use it as a part of your ritual. You ain't got to wonder, I need to be more spiritual. I need to be more. No, your spirituality is your culture. Okay? The things that we have learned to praise and honor in religion was a deification of somebody else's culture other than ourselves. And now we taking that back. So when we get that back, we get our spirituality, we get our economics, we get our power, we get everything, our self-esteem, our self-worth, our self-identity. We get all of that back from practicing our everyday rituals and things that we learn about ourselves that bring us closer to our Mama Africa and to our people. And that's what it's all about. It don't have to be anything hard. We've been taught that everything is complicated. Oh, it's going to take some time before you know knowledge. Oh, you got to be able to quote the Husil. You got to know to be able to speak and know the Bible front and back so you can interpret it like it was when it came. No, you ain't got to do none of that. You ain't got to use no plagiarism. You ain't got to use no paganism. You need authenticity. You need the original. And we are the original. So all we got to do is dig on the inside and pull that originality out. That's the best part I love about it, because it's really just that easy. It's just that easy. And I wanted to come and ask us how we need to represent ourselves and what can we do to make it even better and greater for those that just ain't getting it. For anybody that's feeling questionable or don't have the confidence or whatever, what is it that we need to give you? What is it do we need? I'm ready to do something to change it or to progress or to make it even easier and better for you. That's why I'm asking these questions, because I want us to represent ourselves very well and even greater every day when we come together, we'll know for a fact who has our back, who has our fronts, who has our side, who has us 360 degrees that we can trust and we can feel comfortable and honor and respect one another like we're supposed to.
Well said. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you, XDMC. We got Brother
One love,
Amara
people.
coming on next.
Talk to you soon.
Anja, are you staying?
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna hang
All
out.
right, all right. Well, let's bring on our brother Amara. Hey, what's up, Amara?
What's going on with y'all this good old night?
We good. We good. We glad to be here, just vibing off of Africanness and the sweet love of Mama Africa, giving us this chance and calling us home and giving us the sweetness of Africa inside of us, where we can just come to our power, the power of African people. What about you? What you doing on your end? Is he freezing up?
Well, yeah, I'm freezing up.
We can
Look
hear
like
you.
you. Yeah, we can hear you down. We can hear you now, though.
Okay. Yeah, we're the best people, plain and simple. You know,
Yes.
for anybody to work twice as hard and get paid less, and you depend on them, that means you depend on us to hold the fort. You know, anywhere we go, we got to work twice as hard, and we always under stress. They're trying to hold us back, and we still persevere. We still come out on top. So that's the power of Africanness.
Yes.
Resilience. I got a lot of
Yes.
resilience. We, you know,
Hmm.
that's why when some people say we can start them, we don't been through a lot,
A whole
and
lot.
so to a whole lot. So
Yes.
to go into a new challenge, it's like it's nothing. It's just like it's second nature to us.
Yes.
Nothing should be a challenge to us right now. We so you know we all up in the Hall of Fame of challenges. Then nothing don't phase us no more. At this point, nothing's supposed to phase us. Any
Yes.
situation, any we find ourselves, we're supposed to overcome. We're supposed to find a way out. It's a way. It's a way. Wherever we are, we can leave somewhere and start all over again, and we're gonna find a way to rise up, and we're gonna find a way to get back to the top. It's just in us. We got it.
Yes.
We got it like that. We just got it like that. We that's that. I think that's what it is. We sometimes we don't value what we got, but
Yes.
outsiders know what we got.
Hmm.
Outside people know what we got. Other races know what we got, but we don't know what we're capable of. We always doubt each other. Oh, we can't do this. We can't do that. We can't. Nah. Like I got a small project back in Sierra Leone, right? Real small. I
Uh-huh.
started small, low income housing. I started with one strip. I try to get some of these boys, some of these dudes I went to college with and school with. I said, let's start off a project. I said, this right here is a lot of demand for low income housing. I said, let's start off little bit by little bit. We can blow out. These dudes right there, they got a fixed mentality. Oh, it's the government that do stuff like that. Or you got to get Chinese. You got to get Europeans. I said, we don't need none of them people. I
None
finally
of
found, I got tired. I found one of my co-workers that I've been friends with for like 20 years. I said, let's partner, man. Let's go in. We're going to put up one brick at a time. Right now, we put up one strip. We bought more land. We plans to put up two more blocks of apartment. Little bit by little bit. $100 here and there, $100. You just spend $100. It's $7 a bag of cement, right? Get your sand, your cement, and your rocks. Them boys back there, they make bricks.
Make
They
your own
make
brick.
bricks like 30 to a bag. They make like 35 bricks a bag. By the time you know, you have more bricks to build, hundreds of rooms. We just got boys that all they do is make bricks all day long.
Right.
Little bit by little, $100 there, $100 here, boom. Little step by that, boom. By the time you know it, you don't gonna have, but people don't. We got it, but we doubt ourselves. But other people see it in us. That's why they take advantage of us. They can see what we can see in ourselves. That's the thing right there. We very powerful people. Very powerful. Everything we put our mind to, we're gonna excel at it. If we put our mind to the time we put the day we put our mind to anything, and we come together and unite, the sky's the limit. But that's the problem right there. We got it in us. We just gotta find a way
to pull it out.
Pull it out.
Pull it out. Pull it out. And that's what we doing. We pulling it out because the poison runs real deep. Everybody's poison is different. Some people run real deep and is very self-destructive. But because of this awakening and this phenomena that has happened, now we're woke and we are pulling out all of that negativity and all of those evil ways that have been put to us and put on us. We want to change that. We are making a change. We know that it starts within. We know that we have to get knowledge of self to make this thing work. And we are willing, all of us are willing and able to make that change. We're willing to let go of those Eurocentric ways of destroying ourselves and our people and our environment. We're willing to make the change and unplug from the matrix and get as much Africanness every day and to empower ourselves. The more and more that we learn about ourselves, it empowers us. We got another member of Limblid, Kamadin, is here, so I want to add him on with us. Hey, Kamadin.
Hey, mommy. Please, how are you doing? How are you doing? It's been a long time. Vivia Boko.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what's so deep? When Amara was talking, he just made something came to me, and then Future, you brought it home. You know how we talk about the angel and the devil on your shoulder? You remember people saying that?
Yes.
I realized that it's the ancestors and the European ways battling each other. Okay? So you know how you said, like, we don't know our value? You are absolutely correct, because anytime we think we know our value, that European thing be in there like, you can't do this. You're not going to make it. You don't have no options. Who do you think you are? It is that evil thing that makes you self-check yourself, self-doubt yourself. So as y'all was talking, I'm like, we have to remember that when that negativity creep in, that's because that's when we was being conditioned and being colonized.
Yes.
But it just hit me so strong. I was like, I gotta share that with y'all. Anytime you doubt yourself, remember that's that European colonization. Let it go.
Yes, that's it. And we deserve that. We deserve that. We gotta boost the morale of our fellow brothers and sisters. We have to let us know it's okay to step out. It's okay to become an entrepreneur after being somebody's worker for so long, somebody employee where they've been abusing you, not giving you your worth. you know what I'm saying, won't allow you to entitle yourself, because you know what you bring to the table, but they're going to put a title on you and then tell you you can't wear your hair your natural way, and you can't look black. The more black
Exactly.
you look, the more intimidating, and it scares our white customers. We can't allow nobody to keep abusing us like that, because it conditions us to accept anything and to lay down and be foot pieces.
Yes.
So we got to get away from that. But thank you
Exactly.
for saying that, because
Exactly.
that was clarity what you just said. Clarity.
Exactly.
Greetings, family.
One.
Oh, you
Hey,
made
Yes.
it.
hey, Global Green Book
Exactly.
on here.
Yes, I think it's my first time ever on your channel, Sister Future.
Is it?
So,
I
yes,
know I've been
ma'am.
somewhere with you, but I guess it is the first time on here.
Yeah, I missed I'm gonna be honest, I missed the majority of everything that was being said. So if I'm way off topic, I apologize ahead of time. But
Okay.
I
Let me see what Commandant what he want to say, and then we're gonna let you
yes,
come in as
ma'am.
well, my sister. Yes, you right on time. What's up, Commandant?
Yes. What I have to say is one question that I want to ask ourselves, or I want us to like think about, is who is the fastest like when it comes to running 100 meters, who is the fastest in the world right now? And that,
African,
like, that person, yes, like that person is black.
for
When it
sure.
comes to golf, yes, yes, like when it comes to golf, which name do you know? Like when you think about golf, you think about Tiger Woods. He's black. When it comes to this long like distance running, when it comes to basketball, like everything about sports, anything, music in America, everything. When you think about music, the only name that you mention is Michael Jackson, Bob Marley. All these people are black. So the question is, what can the black person do? What can the black person do? That is my question. You
There's
know,
nothing.
like when we talk about America being powerful, China being powerful, all these people being powerful, it's just one thing. These people, what they have, and other countries are so afraid of them because, one, economically they are very like they are the top. They have the money to do all like everything that they want to do. Technologically, they are very good. When it comes to technology, they have everything. What Africa needs to do right now is we should think about how we can get our own satellite first thing. Wow. After that, if we have that satellite and we can control space in a way for ourselves and not using what America will provide or China will provide, I think that will be the first step. After that, what makes like America and China so powerful? Because these people right now, when it comes that's like there is a war or something, they have everything that they can fight with. And the whole world, like so many countries, are afraid of America and China and Russia and all these people. You know what makes South Korea, like North Korea, so powerful? That, like, what do they have? But when it comes to America saying this, they can also say that because they have what it takes. Like when it comes to like America wanting to perhaps fight them or something, they have the missiles, they have the nuclear weapons, they have everything. And even in our own like settlement, like our own like in our own community, when it comes to like if you know a rich like a rich person or like someone who has money, we tend to respect that person so much and we fear them because they are powerful. That is how this our current dispensation, when it comes to like the world, that is how it is right now. America is so powerful, China is so powerful, because they have all these things. The only thing Africa needs is to also be powerful. That is all. We can have maybe the highest percentage of poor people in Africa, but if we have all these things, trust me, all these foreign like Western powers or foreign powers would also be afraid of Africa. I have just some few minutes, but what I want to say is I would love to see the president of Ghana. He brought about the year of return, and I would love to see him, if this corona thing goes away, I would love to see him do a forum, let's say in UK and US, and gather all the black celebrities, the footballers, the musicians, the athletes, everyone. We need a very big forum for us to think about how we can, because if, let's say, Beyonce wants to come and invest in Africa and she doesn't know anyone, she can't trust anyone, but of Ghana has given her that no, it can take over you and your family, Jay-Z, you and PDD, you and like these people, like the footballers can take over, let's say, a project like this in Ghana. Another group can also take a project like this in, and we have a lot of black people in the like diaspora who are very much inclined on technology. These people, what are we doing with them? I think we need the African leaders. We need the African leaders to get more closer to these people and let them know that we are ready and we want you to come in for us to do this. We need that forum. We need we need to sit down with them and talk to them. Because anyone out there who wants to come and invest or come and put his money in anything in Africa, if the person doesn't know anyone or can't trust anyone with, let's say, $100 million, a $200 million, like a $500 million, like project, for instance, that person will not come. So we need that forum, seriously.
So you know what? I think that and I'm listening to you, and I know that we think that we need the people with the biggest bank, but I think if we have the numbers, if we get the tens of millions of Africans on the continent with the small banks, that we'll supersede any amount that anybody could bring with the big banks. We just need the amount of people. We need our people to recognize that Africa is wide open and waiting for us to return. Mama Africa has made the call. Now it's time for us to return home with our stakes, with our trades, with our skills, with our monies in hand. Because if tens of millions of Africans repatriate back to the land of our ancestors, then we got the capital that we need. We just need to organize ourselves. We need to educate, right education, African-centered education for everybody needs to be a priority. Okay? Protection of our continent and our goods needs to be a priority. Okay? Integration of Africans from the whole globe coming home need to be accepted in a manner that is African-centered and rightfully place us in the trenches so that we all can join together and go to work. You right. We do need our own satellite. We do need our own media once again. We used to own media when we first got to Ghana 13, 14 years ago. The media was still owned by the Ghana government. Now it's owned by some small countries you would not even believe that are controlling the media over there. When you see some of these countries don't even have the money and the wherewithal, but people have been taking advantage of our resources for so long, they able to invade us and invade our minds, take over our resources, and steer us in the wrong direction as a people, where we're headed for self-destruction if we didn't wake up. But now, because of this phenomena that has happened, there is a different direction for African people. And it's right on time because the African Continental Free Trade Area, which all of us should be
launched.
researching very, very well and researching and getting ourselves abreast to this information and how it's going to affect every African abroad and on the continent once we have right education. That's what we need. We don't need nobody that does not have the African centeredness, that does not have the African spirit. We don't have time to turn people's mind away that don't want to learn and don't want to be open and don't want to be African and don't want to be a great example for our children and our youth and to employ them and to get them ready and train them well. We don't need them people. We don't have time.
It's true.
People that have destroyed the minds of the youth in America. We don't want them in Africa. We don't want you if you've been desecrating the Black woman's image. We don't want you. We want people that want to make the changes necessary and to affect us effectively and give our children the power that they need right now, not when they get grown, right now. Who's going to influence the children right now, which is what they need? They need something to look up to because it's too much on the shoulders of children on the continent and abroad. And if we're not careful, we will fail them once again because we dragging our feet, we're procrastinating, we're not talking right, we're thinking that this gonna take a long time. No, it's a change that's gotta happen right now. It's gotta happen right now. And we here to do it. We here to make that change. Global Green Book, did you want to say anything to add?
Greetings. Yes, it was a lot to listen to and I enjoyed it. And I was looking at how we can help our African selves, what you have on the bottom. You know, one of the things I just want to say with us going over there is building relationships is so real because we have to learn to trust and work with each other while we're still here in the West. Because how can we do that in a land where we don't know anyone and we're supposed to, we don't have that safety net of our family and things that we do have here in the West, because it is a challenge. And like this weekend really touched my heart because I was at an explosive point and my sister reached out to me because she could feel it and gave me the opportunity to travel through, to enjoy the beauty of what this country do have, seeing scenery and scenic, and was able to meditate. And I was able to get to my destination, recharge for the work that I'm doing for my repatriation journey, get educated, get business ideas, learn connection. And I felt like I could trust her. She opened her heart. She opened her home. She fed me, she nourished me, she loved on me, and it was so sincere. And it gave me that extra energy to go do that for someone else. And I was able to take another trip to New York to go see my son, my child who needed that energy from his mother that he hasn't been able to get because the West been sucking it out of me. So it was a beautiful weekend for me to see like the work that I got to do and get to the step-by-step plan. And if I was doing it on my own, I'm gonna be honest, it would be almost like what happened to me before when I tried my repatriation journey in 2008. And here it is, 2021, and I'm still repatriating. So the difference between then and now is now I have people that I trust and I'm connecting who are giving me a natural recharge, because it's no joke trying to repatriate to another continent, much less another city, a state, but another continent. And this is the things that we need to build, because just like China asked for his intellect property to come back and build China. We see how China went from a third world to the first world. And now our continent is calling us to their African intellect property to come back home. But we've been so brainwashed and so damaged and so traumatized because we're living with all these psychotic energy that's been generational passed down too, and we're dealing with our offspring, that we need to have each other support. Now to take all the brilliance and talent that we have here and abroad, because the same talent you got on the continent is the same talent we have over here, because we built this, right? So now we want to bring the technology and the talent that we have to merge with those who have the skills that we have lost. And I'm telling you, what we're doing now is what I see as what we can do to build the African continent. Is let's keep each other charged so that we can bring bit by bit, piece by piece over there. And nothing happens overnight, but we're seeing Babylon fall, and Babylon doesn't fall overnight. It takes work and endurance, and we have to be that first generation for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, to continue the baton that we're passing down and that we're building. And we finally have the strength to do it, because it's strength in numbers, and we are a number.
Yes,
and I want to say I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to the Most High. The first time I ever saw you, Sister Future, that made me, I believe in doubles. The first time I saw you was on Vanessa Canby, and I like you and your husband's energy. I was like, oh, I said, they look like some people I will rock with, because, you know, I come from the Rasta vibration, right?
Right.
You know, I am Muslim, but my background is Rastafari. And then the second time I see you, doubled. Someone else that I really enjoy and value was Walter Maya. And that's when he told us to go follow. What did I do? I went and
came
followed.
right over.
And I came right over. And I remember the first time that I put my name in the chat and I greeted everyone. Your husband, you greeted me like you knew me every day. The moderators greeted me like they knew me every day. I was welcomed immediately. I was brought into the Limblick family, and I have never been treated anything other than family. And I created relationships outside of the Limblick family, and it's continued to grow. And I just appreciate that. I appreciate you all so much, because
thank you
I'm
so
going
much.
to do this journey this time.
Yes, you are. You are. We got you, baby. We got you. You got to get home. We all going home, and you'll make it. You'll make it. That's why the ancestors brought us together. That's why we in the times that we're in, and we don't have to look outside of ourselves no more, because we are the big people behind the curtain that we just did not understand. We heard something, but we couldn't get behind the curtain. We could not understand what was back there. The whole time it was us. You know what I'm saying? It was a reflection of us that we needed to see. And we've been holding on and holding on and hoping. And we done did everything under the book to make this thing change. But it cannot change without us experiencing a phenomena that we thought this was going to doom us. But this has turned out to be way more, like Corey B said, this is more explosive than an atomic bomb. Okay? This our time, family. Let's make sure we on the right side of history happening right now. It's up to each and every one of us to do our part. And I love us for having this courage. I love us for being here for each other and vibing on one another and being the moral boost that we need to get this right. We not gonna fail. It's not an option, and we're not going to do it, because so many of us hunger for this position. We hunger for it. Now we got chance to run. We got people behind us to pass the baton to, while we keep running. Just keep going, because it's our time and we're not turning back. We're not. Now we just got to recognize what time it is, what we're dealing with, and we know that it's all about Africa, baby. It's the best time in the world in our lives to be African. Look at the rest of them. Look how they are imploding on each other. Look how this is how Rome came down. This is how Greece came down. I talk about this all the time. All you got to do is go back in history and read, so you'll understand how the process works. Like you said, Global Green Book, it's not something that just woke up one day and it came down. No, capitalism is bringing it down. Okay? Racism is bringing it down. Okay? White supremacy is bringing it down. Discrimination, disenfranchisement is bringing it down.
Yep.
Lynching us is bringing it down. Killing us is bringing it down. We got to hold them accountable. They are accountable. We holding them accountable. And long as we know we are the ones that we have got to place the blame on the people that's responsible. And this is how people move forward. This is how we are able to move forward as a people. Once we have people accountable for what they have done, then we stop blaming ourselves and blaming each other. And then we can find remedies on how to make things even greater every day for ourselves and our families. This is what we deserve, because we've been going through too much for so long. Now it's time for some therapy, y'all. It's time for some therapy, and we're going to be that therapy for each other. So that's what it is.
I just wanted to, I was thinking about something you said, and Global Green Book said, one of the reasons that I think we are all able to move forward now is because we've realized that we have to surround ourselves with like-minded people, right? So this ain't even about the whole white and black thing. We already know that issue is there. You separate from that. But now you got to surround yourself with people that make you more productive. So if you're not with the program, I don't have time for you. If you're not opting out, I don't have time for you. If you're not about legacy building, I don't have time for you. It's that simple. I was talking to a friend tonight. She said, "Oh, I'm so glad you back, blah, blah, blah." She said, "You know, I have this friend. We've been friends for 20 years, and she's married to a black man. And I was thinking maybe we could all get together and talk." I was like, put your brakes on. You telling me she married to a black man? Is she black? She said, "No." I said, "We don't have nothing to talk about." She said, "What do you mean? What do you mean by that?" I said, "It's black man, black woman, black child."
That's
I'm
right.
quoting the Bag family. Okay. I said, so if they bring that combination to the table, they're not worthy of my conversation. I said, what I can recommend is that you tell her to buy her husband AfricanAncestry.com DNA test. And maybe he can trace his history and get in touch with himself. That's my recommendation. That's all I got to give.
Yes.
Yes. Just surround yourself. We all gonna make it home because we surround ourselves with people who make us more productive. Anybody that is energy draining, that's not opting out, you gotta cut them loose. Love them from a distance. And I don't care if it's your biological family.
Thank you.
I don't care who it is, because sometimes they be the worst ones. I don't have a problem. You got to make that happen. And that's a hard thing for some people. But you have to go and make the path, pave the way for them to follow. But you can't stop what you're doing trying to drag people along, because then you don't move anywhere.
And I know the best thing about it for us that we're doing for one another, by loving on each other, we taking the fear out of living our best life. Because this time we have been so afraid, because they have made us so afraid by the different things that we have witnessed and the atrocities that we know of in the past, and being so afraid of what happened to us in the past or repeating it. But we didn't know that it was because we didn't have knowledge of ourselves that made us so powerless. But now, because we understanding our power, we're gaining momentum, and we gaining therapy that we always needed. Why people that have gone through the atrocities that we have gone through with the transatlantic slave trade and everything that came along with it, nobody ever asked for us to receive the therapy that a wounded, broken people deserve to have. Nobody ever gave us that. So everything that we do in life is affected by us carrying that DNA of never being repaired and having to deal with life and its atrocities and why we living and not being able to make proper and rational decisions for ourselves. That's a problem. That is a huge problem, and I can't stand that we got so many psychologists that's alive and well, that's going along with the program to keep us in the dark and not using the breakdown of psychology that Dr. Amos Wilson showed us, Dr. Bobby Wright, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Henry Clark, Yakanan, all of our leaders and our most esteemed ancestors have already left us the blueprint. You got the degree. All you got to do now is make it African-centered and heal our people.
But it's the conditioning.
Yes,
it's the conditioning. Because the only time I ever heard any psychologist or psychiatrist speak about that was when I was on AfricanAncestry.com, and they had that week of virtual knowledge, and the sister talked about post-traumatic slave disorder, and I was like blown away. And I said to myself, you know what? Think about it. Some of our brothers, especially in the States, I can't speak for the continent, but I could tell you about the States, okay? I came from Brooklyn, New York. My people are Bajan, and they from the South. They from DC, Maryland. We got folks who will not leave their communities. They won't leave their communities because we were conditioned during slavery not to leave the plantation. We still on the plantation. So you got folks who are like, I'm afraid to run. Remember, you had those folks that was conditioned even when they was free. They was like, I'm not leaving. I don't know what's out there. It's better for me to stay right here. At least I know what I'm dealing with. When somebody get that kind of hold on you, that's generational. That's in the DNA. So how do you get out of that? So when I see people that's afraid, I understand it because I understand it's the conditioning. I was just same friend talking about time. She was like, I just can't get nowhere on time. I'm always late. I said, sweetie, you moving on African time. You don't need to feel bad about that. She said, what do you mean? I said, you do know that this 7 days a week is based on a farmer's almanac. The original Egyptian African calendar did not have these hours and days that we function on now. You was never meant to function on this time. Stop letting people make you feel bad about the way you move. So when we go to the continent and we trying to rush people, you on the wrong clock. You need to slow down. You
just
need
to say
to
something
pace
about
yourself. Absolutely.
Just to say something about the continent. This what it is. My pops told me this. They say, Amar, they say y'all been institutionalized. I said, Pops, what you mean? They say you wake up at a certain time, you eat at a certain time, you get your keys ready at a certain time, you hit traffic at a certain time. When you get your job, you're supposed to perform something at a certain time. You take breaks at a certain time. All that is routine. It's already put down on paper. You've been institutionalized. So just to piggyback on what you just said, once you get on that train, you're on a rat race. You know, like a hamster on that wheel. On and on and on and on and on. Africa is another way to open your eyes. Be like, oh, something else go on in life, right? Africa is the therapy. You go out there, it's your therapy. See how society run completely different from where you at. When you have both sides right there, then you choose. Don't let them pick for you because you put you in a box. They say you can only be such and such. You can only go as far as such and such. You can't get no promotion past this. You know what I'm saying? So once that's all you know, that's all your world. That's why there be this propaganda of this the TV sets back in the day when they used to use Africa. They had flies out there with kids in their faces, and They had animals and all that stuff right there, Tarzan and all that. As a propaganda to keep you exactly where you at, so you don't know nothing else outside of that. You know, that you can't think for yourself. They're thinking for you. They tell you where to go, when to go, who to deal with, what out of the, you know, everything broke down. Even we and one of my co-workers was saying, he worked at child services, and they said they pull up a profile. If a child live in a southern neighborhood and he never had a daddy or this, you know, his mom worked in a southern job or whatever, he's supposed to turn out a certain way. If you come out different, they get mad because like people, they already said, plan your life ahead. How you gonna plan? I can't choose. You can't choose. That they're choosing for you every step of the way. So when you go to Africa, you see something totally different. You see all that freedom that you can pick and choose and do whatever you feel like doing. And it's a whole different country. That's why Africa is the therapy. That's why from my coworkers every year when I go. For 20 years, I've been begging people to go. Every year I go. I say, I'm going to take one of y'all with me. We'll be laughing and joking and whatever. I say, I'm going. I'll be rolling my bags like that. I'm going and go. I grab two people. You know, one of my partners and this is the other lady, you know, that I knew in the past. But off of those two people, oh, they come back. They grab like two, a man, his daughter, and then his stepdaughter, and a lady that worked in the same building. They're going, you know, in this June. They don't research. They're all over the internet. They're watching you, Lim Lim. They're all over. They're the ones texting me.
I love that you didn't give up on them. Because you said for years, you keep telling people, you keep asking people. Some people would have been like, oh, just forget about them.
20 years, they'll be laughing. We'll be laughing at me. You know, when I bring some, and we make the jokes all the time. You know, when I bring my jollof rice or my fufu, and when we eating, everybody be like, okay, we eating with you. Well, you responsible for our debt. I said, no, I ain't signed no insurance now. Y'all can't give me no. Well, you know, when we laugh about that and stuff, and you know, some of them start thinking about going, but you know, some pulling them back. You know, one of them came over and was like, bro, I will tell you this plain and simple. I don't know what to expect over there. I said, so you have fear? It's okay to have fear. They said, yeah, bro, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know what to expect. You know, that's when it hit me right there that, Lord have mercy. What they don't do to us.
We so
what they don't
scared
do to us.
to go home. Nobody else is scared to go home. You got the Lebanese, the Chinese, the Portuguese, everybody else there but us laying out on the beach.
Yeah. What they don't do. You got a question, what they don't do to us. So when you want to take a step, you pull back. They don't do something to a man for not wanting to go back to Africa. You want to take a step forward, you pulling yourself back. You know, doggone, even when people that watch all the YouTube videos and stuff like that, some of them be telling me, yeah. I said, but I'll be honest with you, man, I don't know. I don't know. You know? Even when you're going with them, you know, I'm telling you, I had virtually take that girl. We dated in the past. She would have been my wife. Just because she didn't want to go to Africa. I wanted a big traditional African wedding, drums, dances, all kinds of things. Fear, out of fear. You say, I love you to death, but we can't get, I say, yeah, I got lineage. You can't cut me off from Africa. She wanted us to build here and cut off Africa. I said, I can't do it, baby girl.
No.
I can't. But 20 years after now, when she went back, you know, I introduced her to all the people, and when I introduced all my contact list, all the people I know, high ups and whatever. When she went to the police department, you know, 3 of my cousins worked there, my uncle worked there. You know, she went through all their building. I don't know if you went to Central Police. You know where the by King Jimmy the Market,
Yes.
When you go to Central Police is in the background.
Yes.
She went up there. Yeah. She went into that building and she was looking for a white man. Where the white man? Where the white man? She went to my uncle's office. And my uncle's supervisor that run the whole station was there. And then they introduced him to her and said, this is the man that run the whole place. I can't believe you're the one that run it. You mean this whole police department? I started from the bottom floor on up, and no white man? I said, yeah. I showed her she was ripping and running around Freetown. All the people I know from office to office. She had my contact list. I said, introduce yourself. She went out there and made new people, new friends. Because she a go-getter, go-getter kind of girl. She used to do advertising and stuff like that out here. And she was go-getter. She would go out in the field and make new friends. And, man, I went over there and people were calling me and said, that girl you brought over there, boy, she...
Wow, huh?
Well, she wild. She went all over the place, make new friends and whatever, And now she thinking about, well, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to set up this, set up that. She can't stop talking, But it took me that long to get people. I mean, and I sit back and I think, what it don't do to us? For us to take you that long, people want to step in. It took us some time to tell me plain and simple that I really wanted to go. I just was scared.
It's psychological warfare, right?
She told me plain and simple I was scared.
Yeah, Future said that before. They studied us. They knew what they could do to control us and to manage us. And that's what it is. I remember being on the continent, and every time I saw an officer or a policeman with a machine gun, because they carry some big guns on the continent.
Yeah, big guns. Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't scared. I was not scared. I'm thinking, wow, like they really here to protect me. Like they're talking to me. They invited me to sit down and have lunch. They put their guns down and asked me to have lunch with them.
Thank you. That's how the police treat you right there. I said the police, she went to the break room. She was so scared. I said, let's sit down. What you want to eat? She was so scared. They say, you're not in America, baby girl. Even the female police officers came over and say, chill, relax. You're making us nervous. Relax. You're home. You're free to go to any building, any room. Anybody will talk to you. Relax.
Yes, relax.
Relax. Chill. Nobody's going out here to hurt you. She started talking about the stories and whatever. Anytime she says something that what they say in America, they tell her this is the international book right here. One of them came up with a big old book. They said this is the international book right here for policing. Half of what you said, they made it up.
Wow.
They said the rules, right? Yep. Oh man.
It's just amazing to have such an effect on people like that, where it might have took 20 years, but once they get it, they get it. And it's like it was just a time, it was a protractive thing that had to happen in such a manner where it's like you was help peeling off of pieces of poison that have been, that have been printed and conditioned that person, you know what I'm saying? And that poison that was inside, it run deep. Sometimes it runs so deep, it take 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it runs so deep, it might take a lifetime. But what the thing about, we got people going to the motherland 75, 85 years old. You know what I'm saying? In the oldest to the youngest, we taking our children, we birthing children on the continent now. We got so much to be proud of. We are accomplishing a lot in a small amount of time. You know what I'm saying? A lot. So we got so much to be proud of. We got so much work to do. But long as we can take the fear out of it and we can understand, we as African people, we deserve freedom by any means necessary. We deserve it.
Yeah.
We have to choose it. And start right now in your everyday environment. Don't wait to go to Africa to start choosing freedom. You got a lot of things that's conditioning us and tying us to keeping us hostage and making us feel less and demeaning us every day. Things that we have to feel like we obligated to every day. It's time for us to let them things go. Cut them ties, sever them. Sever them. Okay? It's time for us to feel the power of ourselves as African people. It's time for us to plug into Africa. Plug into Africa. We've been plugged into the matrix for how long?
Forever.
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
Mm-hmm.
And as a continental African, that's why I kept keeping on.
Yes.
I feel that guilt. I seriously feel that guilt. I'll go back and I come back and I see how much potential y'all got. It bothers me when I get to the point like, please, even my partner, I had to beg him. I said, bro, please, bro, let's do this. Please, you bigger. You go down there, you're going to be bigger, way bigger. Please. You know, these people got you in a box and they say you can only go this far. Please. You know, that's the guilt right there. And I come back and I see, oh, how much hard work y'all put in. Everything they ask y'all to do, y'all do.
But Amara, here's the part that you missed, okay? When you see people who believe that they can only be in a box, they didn't just get that way. They was raised that way.
Mm-hmm.
You got your parents telling you, you have to go to school. You have to get a job.
Yeah.
Right? You can't be an artist. You can't be a musician. These things don't make money. Creative people don't make money. So even as you coming up, you being told to dim your light. That's right. That's what happens. And so now you telling me as an adult that what my parents told me was wrong, that what their parents told them was wrong. Nobody's taking it back to we were conditioned that way. So then we come on a continent and all of that energy just comes out of you. It just overflows. And you're like, hold up. You need me to paint something? You need me to decorate something? You need me to organize something? You need my talent? You need all of my skills from this job? That you mean I could do all of this here? This gotta be is this real? Because I was told in the Matrix that I can only work as an investigator, that I had to have a college degree to be recognized or to be relevant.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, and the saying, was it jack of all trade, master of none? In whose world? Why can't I be a master at more than one trade?
Yes. Exactly.
Yes. Why can't I? You know, why are you putting limitations on what I can make myself skillful in?
Thank you.
And we have allowed that trickery to penetrate so much that I used to say it and believe it. I'm like, oh, he's a jack of all trades, but he's master of none, and you really think you're saying something that's kind of right. And then when you realize like, oh my goodness, I've been speaking magic.
Yeah, you just degrading yourself and you don't even know it. You go home, you have the power now to go home and entitle yourself. You can entitle yourself whatever you want to name yourself. Nobody will ask you. They'll be happy to know all of that you bring to the table.
We have to practice I am.
Yes, I am.
Everything we say I am, that's what you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the part right there, and I say to myself, what y'all go through? Everything they say do, y'all do. They say go to school, y'all go to school. They say they give y'all the hard job, the third shift with the most whatever employees. They turn things around. That's that thing that get on me. I'm in logistics. When you go to a spot and it's all raggedy and whatever, and you turn it around and they turn around and give it to a white man. You know that thing right there bothers me a lot? A white man's supposed to sit back there. You the one that had employees under you as a manager, and the numbers weren't coming out. You go over there, you raise the productivity, you do all that, and when everything is nice and dandy and nice, they move you somewhere else. They give it to a white man.
Okay, were you in the Coming to Africa movie? Were you in the Coming to Africa movie?
No, I wasn't in there. I wasn't.
You know why I asked you that? You don't remember? That's what happened to Power's cousin, right? Anwar, right? He trained the white boy, and then they gave the white boy
Coming to Africa movie.
They gave him the job over the boy he trained. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
This is common play for them.
Because they all the time.
Exactly.
This is how you manage and control a people. You make them feel less than. You keep them in check. Right? So no matter, I'm going to use all of your knowledge and all of your experience, and I'm still going to pay you less.
Less.
And I'm still going to promote somebody over you. Because if I put you in those positions, then you will know your value. And I can't let you know your value.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's why Africa is the way out. Africa is the way out. You got the whole continent, to explore. Over 1.3 billion people. Every idea you ever wanted to be, everything you ever wanted to be, put your mind to, you can put your mind to on the continent. I'm telling you, like, my wife was over here, and we was, paying bills and doing our thing, and we went back and forth. She just one time, that's how she started in her business. Back, and that's why they got this Africa Free Trade Agreement, because the Indians and the Chinese, they bring in cosmetics, female cosmetics, that got a lot of mercury in it. These girls use it, they get a face reaction. They stop using it. A lot of fakes around. She went in with a small little bit of female stuff, cosmetics. Them girls was asking her, like, what else? I say, so crazy. We went over there, we opened up a loose store. Little teeny bitty loose store. Central Savile Street. I don't know if you've been to that part of Freetown. Savile Street, real busy street. Little stores. We opened it. We went to Dollar Tree, spent like $1,000, maybe $1,500. Got everything for like $1. All them female cosmetics.
Yes.
Soon as he got there, boom! They wouldn't even let her put it on the shelves. Them girls was grabbing, taking it by the caseload. In your mind, what you thinking? You thinking, oh, instead of going to a little store like Amara's wife, why don't we get a warehouse? We could go to Dollar Tree or Amazon or Target or wherever and get good prices on them things. Go over there. If we all 10 or 15 off can do that, boom. We have like 5 or 6 or 7 trailers that we go in and fill them in their warehouse. Them girls will go over there and you make a killing. Some of the things she got at Dollar Tree for like $1, selling for $5 a pop, $6, $3, making $4, $5 profit like that. Boom, because of
quality. You know what's interesting, Amara? You all were able to bring a product that is healthier for the sisters and it's selling.
Yeah.
But I noticed the things that are bad for the sisters are the stuff that sell real cheap.
Yep.
Like the perms, the bleaching products, all that kind of stuff. Because I went into a natural hair store in the Gambia, and this brother was charging like what I consider U.S. prices for these natural hair products. They were expensive. And nobody is educating the sisters on how to use the natural products. So they still going back to using the things that are not good for them. And they're using it on the children too. I see not only mothers bleaching their skin, but the teenage daughters doing the same thing.
That is bad.
See not only mothers perming their hair, but they perming the baby's hair under these wigs.
No, we didn't do any bleaching. Sorry, I'm just saying we didn't do any bleaching. We didn't do anything. We just
no, I'm
did
not
base.
saying you, but
No,
you
no,
know
I'm
what
just
I'm
saying. I know what you're talking about. But we just did. She did, I think, basic makeup and
Yeah,
stuff
the
like
makeup
that's
and
just y'all
stuff.
stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, it's just stuff at it's stuff at like a Dollar Tree. What they will sell at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, but you know the sisters, they love, they
yeah.
have not
So
embraced their natural selves. Like they still, just like many sisters here, still have these European concepts of what beauty is. You
okay.
know, they
Yeah.
need the fake eyelashes, they need the fake hair. I'm like, how do you do that in this heat? I don't understand it. It's hot. They
See,
make
there was
me hot. I went out
it's
to the
some.
farm and the sisters had eyelashes on. I'm like, you on the farm? What? I don't understand it.
No, but you see, no, but I'm telling you, what I say that the U.S. brands, like the things she got at the Target and the Amazon and Dollar Tree, them we didn't get any bleaching stuff. The ones that basic makeup and the lotions, even basic face facial lotion.
Right.
You know, face lotion sells like crazy. She said it's out. She, she she called me like when was it? 2 days ago. They
She
said
need more
a lot of people.
supplies.
Yeah, a lot of people were trying to order, or the girls were trying to order.
Okay, so listen
They're
to
like,
this, Amara.
mm-hmm.
Dollar Tree buys from either Alibaba
Okay.
or they have a larger Dollar Tree that you can order from online where you get the stuff at wholesale prices.
Okay. Yeah. We got it from there. At
Okay,
the
that's the one.
DollarTree.com. Yeah.
And you said something about subsidized housing. Are you still doing that project?
Well, I did one strip, and we're planning. We bought land, and we're planning to continue
Okay,
to build
so
more.
if you go on my page, there's a sister named Diva V. She works with a brother in the Gambia, and they do subsidized housing.
Okay, they ain't I
So
feel.
you might want to associate just to see where they're getting their products from, what they're working on, if they have any ways for you to cut costs and still do what you need to do.
Okay, Diva V. Okay.
Yeah, I call her Diva V, but her name is V Benta, and she's out of the UK. But the company that she's from the UK, but she actually has a job on the continent. So that's possible as well. Sometimes people need your talents, even though you're from other places, to work on the continent. And she works with residential and commercial, but they're working on subsidized housing in the Gambia.
Okay. All right.
Well,
I'll look it up. Thank you.
I sure appreciate everybody that participated in the live tonight. This has been lovely and very nourishing and loving, and I love the information, and I love how we just are able to open up and be such an inspiration to each other. And we're going to come back and talk more about the African Continental Free Trade Area on tomorrow. I hope everybody had a chance to watch the documentary. If you did not, you can go to the description box. I'll make sure I put it in the description box for today, as well as the previous lives. I did put the description. I put the link in the description box for the video, which is an African Union explaining all the benefits of the African Continental Free Trade Area, which is something that we all should be researching and focused on so that we can move together in harmony for Africa and for Africa's people. So thank everybody for being on the live today. I truly enjoyed this time we had together, and we will be coming back very, very soon to to boost our morale even more, and to give us all the things that we need, and to remove all and purge all of the Eurocentric concepts and things that we know was detrimental to our lives and our relationships. Now it's Africa's time, and we are willing and ready to take hold to Mama Africa's hand and get back home where we belong. So much love to everybody. Love y'all. Thank you, Amara, Anja Africa.
Y'all, peace.
Yes, and the Global Green
Oh,
Book.
who over there?
Power.
Yeah, I just snuck in.
Oh, that's you, bro.
Yeah, I stayed in the corner over there right quick.
you be doing it, bro. You just be on that slick. You be on the slick. You let everybody talk. You just slide in.
You never know when I'm gonna just pop up.
You just pop up like that.
Slide up
Off the
in there
blue.
like boom.
Off the blue.
Amara, make sure you email us. We want to talk to you offline, okay? I mean, off the live. Here, living my best life in Ghana at gmail.com.
Okay, living my best
life in Ghana at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Okay.
Yes, I put it on the screen so you can see it.
All right. I got it. Living my best life in Ghana, gmail.com.
Yes.
Well, mine is SOKO.
SOKO.
WIRE at yahoo.com.
Okay, Soko Wire.
Yeah, Soko Wire.
Okay.
Yep.
At Yahoo?
At Yahoo, yeah, Yahoo.
Okay.
Yahoo. Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll be looking out for you.
All right.
All right, much love, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right, family. Well, we had an awesome time once again together. We're gonna end right now. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. To collaborate and spend so much time together. And we will be back. Power.
God love you. God love me. Bye.
Peace, everybody.